regardless of what happened to it.
Welcome, everyone, to Totally Online Gaming Group. We're glad you guys could join us for episode 76.
And I'm here too.
Slow son of a bitch.
To ruin
Right here for episode 76 of Atavar Ascension. As always, before we begin, we got to give shout outs to our sponsors. So, they should have just appeared in the chat. Critical Hit Gaming Supplies, Fan Roll, and SideQuest Cards and Games. So, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies, go check out on the link. So, in the Twitch or YouTube, they appeared in the chat. Follow that. Look at all the awesome stuff they have. Dice trays, miniatures galore. And if you decide you want to buy something, make sure you use discount code TOGG15 at checkout to get 15% off. Fanroll, they also have some awesome stuff. Check them out. Use the link, again, in our Twitch or YouTube. And if you see something you like, because you use that link, that'll help support the channel, which we really appreciate. And last but not least, SideQuest Cards and Games. Take it away.
See, I'm looking for the thing that tells me the info for my thing.
For your schedule and events.
Hey guys, it's me, Zachary from SideQuest Cards and Games, stalling for Jennifer. Here to tell you that we will be hosting the MegaCon Werewolf Room once again in MegaCon. Obviously, the dates of that should be the 6th to the 9th. Additionally, Jason, we've got some pretty cool announcements for Totally Whiskey and Wine.
We do. Yes, we have several episodes that are going to be going up.
Yes.
Who cares about that? I have my promo now.
Go ahead.
All right, SideQuest MiniCon, April 6th, this coming year, 2025, 1 to 10 p.m. in the Sanford Garden Club. It's free to attend. You just need to reserve your tickets online. It's at the first come, first serve event. Already have 2 food trucks set up, several vendors. We just got with the Pathfinder Society of Orlando, so we will have DMs running games constantly, open board game library, panels and events. It will be, in fact, a good time. Jason, I believe, is on a panel.
I am running a panel there. Logan's going to be on that panel too, unless he changes his mind on me. But there's going to be 3 or 4 of us on that panel talking about different DM stuff and things like that. And depending on time and what's going on, I may run a game or two as time permits as well.
You can ruin this guy's night.
Yeah, just ruin it. Any other announcements that anybody else has? Okay. One thing I will say is that, knock on wood, scheduling permitting, we should be able to have 6 episodes happen in a row. So for the next 6 weeks on Tuesdays, we should be able to make it. Again, knock on wood. But then after that, once again, my day job decides to say, there'll be a 5-week break at that point because of my day job. If you don't like those things happening, the thing you can do is support the channel. Shout us out, spread the word, help us get noticed more and more so that eventually we can get enough views and everything to go full time, because then we can be more consistent. Anyway, I think that's all the announcements, unless anyone has anything else. Going once?
I'd like to announce that Daniel's a really cool guy.
Going
It's happening.
And without further ado, we bring you Atavar Ascension.
And then the rest are chocolate chip.
Yeah, either way.
Well, macadamia's
All
my favorite,
right,
so.
and we are back.
Pass that to them.
So, where we last left off, and do not have any fear, Torbrek will be arriving. He has just been traveling, and so he's on his way as fast as he can to get here.
It's fine.
But where we last left off, the party had gotten into the Feywild, and they made their way to the monastery, where they learned a little bit about how to get to Catteran's Reach, which is where they figured out they need to go. However, it wasn't a lot of info.
You're right.
It was basically just keep going that way, follow the moon, basically, until
The
you
yellow
get
brick
there.
road, if you will.
Yeah, until you get there. The only problem with that is that didn't really leave them a lot of, how long is this going to be? How far do we have to go? Where do we turn if we do it all? Fortunately, they entered a swamp, which is a great thing. Well, at least it was for them. Because once they met one of the denizens of the swamp, and a very old-looking elf, like, this guy must be ancient, based on how he looked to be an elf and actually have wrinkles and gray hair and things like that, named Bond. And Bond, well, he offered them a little bit of a boon, if you will. He said he would give them some information in exchange for some entertainment, which they agreed with, and stories were exchanged. And then, before the end, he said, you know what, I can do something else for you. If you want.
I forgot I did that thing.
If you're willing to make a deal and do a favor for me, unnamed favor, to be asked for at a later date, I will offer you something else of value. To which most of the party was like, hell no, we ain't doing that shit. But eventually, a deal was struck where Persephone exchanged some very personal information.
Which I forgot I did.
Yep.
Oops.
And very pleased with that, Bon showed his true form, having the party back up further as he transformed himself from this facade into his true form of an ancient amethyst dragon. He then offered to take them all the way in to Catteran's Reach. At which point, the party rested for the evening, kind of in a protected circle of this gargantuan beast's curled body around the island on which they were in this swamp.
You're missing something. Poor Breck did take the deal of
Unnamed favor.
unnamed
Yeah.
favor at a later date.
And I'm glad you
Very
mentioned
insistent
that.
on that.
Yeah.
Yep. He did take that deal.
He's not getting out of that one.
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, very good.
We already got what we
Alright.
want. I want to make that deal.
And Poe
Okay.
climbed on the dragon's back.
Yep. I remember that. You did climb up there for the night, and you guys rested and were unaccosted during the evening.
I
Should I
hope we
open
run
this
across
You can open it right now if you wish. Yes.
All right, it's from Atavar Claws.
He said only if you wish. You have to wish for it.
Yes.
Wish
There
I
you
went.
Wait,
The name and the body and soul of my firstborn
no.
child.
I need to hear the wish.
Yeah.
I was
No,
doing
you
it.
No,
wish,
no,
if
you
you
say,
make the wish out
"I
loud, it won't
wish."
come true.
That's not how it works.
You were
in
making
D&D.
a
That's how
prayer. Wish is totally different.
I make a prish. All right.
British.
On the name, body, and soul of my firstborn child, I solemnly do swear. I wish to open this.
Alright, that's
Okay.
it.
Denied. Anyway.
Anyway,
Okay.
keep it sealed up.
So you can open that, and upon your firstborn child being delivered, you can hand them straight over.
All
I
right.
have
I really hope this isn't the box from Dune that gives you pain.
No. That we don't have those anymore.
Those are
We were
fun.
sued.
Favorite gift.
We couldn't get
Disappointment.
While he is opening that, a quick reminder, if you would like to have some fun with us and you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you can donate Twitch bits on Twitch or do super chatting on YouTube and tell us what you would like to see happening during the game. It can be as simple as, I want to give someone advantage, or double advantage or whatever, to what, yes,
I have a question.
7.
I'll wait until you're done. I have a question.
Or it can be as weird as, I want Austin to use a shitty Russian accent for the rest of the stream.
Stop.
Or I would like to see more monsters in this fight, DM. So, however much you donate will determine how crazy we will get. We won't do anything completely game breaking, but we're going to push the limits depending on
34
what you want.
monkeys.
So,
Take it or leave
yeah.
it.
however many
It's
monkeys.
There's
are.
an ancient dragon next to us. You can have at least 2 more
78
monkeys.
You can have a little bit of fun with that.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if I
2
legitimately
ancient dragons.
make a deal with
34
a
dire
demon or a
monkeys.
devil or whatever for my firstborn child, but I never have
Pretty
kids,
swanky.
Pretty
do
sweet.
I just get the pretty dope end of that deal? Like, how does that work?
The
Nope.
deal states that you're giving up a child, meaning you would have to make a child.
Yep.
Does it though?
Yes.
They, some way, somehow, so it might be immaculate conception. All of a sudden, you will find yourself pregnant.
Damn.
Hold on.
And to be
I
honest,
thought I found a loophole.
as promiscuous as Persephone is, I think it's
Well,
pretty much a
no.
given.
No, this was a Jen question.
Oh,
You said have to make a child, right?
I can't just obtain
What
a
if we
child.
Frankenstein that?
I mean, you know.
You could just make a simulacrum. Yes.
Yeah, I was
A homunculus.
First born,
Yeah, they were
not first assembled.
No, they were born.
You left the
first.
door unlocked, right?
And then
Somewhere.
I assembled them.
It's her firstborn, though. It has to be born from her. Unfortunately,
All right.
the anyway.
Was Frankenstein's monster not
So-
considered Frankenstein's son?
Yeah, but not
Anyway,
his firstborn.
Off topic. So let's
I feel
return.
like it was
Let's return to the game. So you wake up. You've been unaccosted. It is morning, and Bond still seems to be snoozing a little bit.
So is Bjorn,
Okay.
Bomb
is
and
gold.
Bjorn.
snoring
Yep.
loudly.
I will wake up.
Okay.
Same.
Boo.
All right.
No, we all just
The
sleep.
Look at
the
these
morning is
early
yours
birds.
to do with as you will, depending on when you want to leave.
Yeah, so I thought
get the
Mr.
worm
Dragon was
and
taking
It
us
wasn't
for a
a worm.
ride.
Yes,
I
when
figured
you-
shortly after he wakes up, we'll
Really
start
doesn't-
venturing out.
Or if you
Very,
want to
very
try to
late
wake
for
him up, I mean, it's up to you guys.
I'm not waking up a sleeping dragon. That's
Early bird gets the
stupid.
worm.
I will. So I'm gonna do one of these numbers on his back. Good
Okay.
morning.
Oh yeah.
So, to be
I can
fair,
fight him if you want.
size-wise, that is like
He's what,
taking
gargantuan?
like a dragonfly's wing and using it to poke the back of an elephant and see if the elephant notices.
I'll take it.
Okay, you're trying, but that doesn't seem to be doing the trick.
First thing that came to mind was the dragonfly wing just crumpling as it gets pressed into it.
Pretty
So
much. Your finger. Anyone else doing anything at this time?
Just snoring.
Just snoring.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, for a second.
I have that book I took from Lady Aurora. I'm probably reading that.
Okay. Okay. Unless you are
I know what I shall do.
okay.
I pull out my instrument. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon.
Performance check.
All right.
Those of us sleeping, do we have to roll against this?
I think that's what the
Wait.
performance check is for. Yeah. We'll see. How effective can I be at rousing you from your slumber?
Does this mean an average roll is bad for you? Because either really bad wakes us up
No,
or
no.
really good does.
You have no idea what's gonna happen.
It's gonna instantly kill the dragon. He hates music like that.
Well, I don't know. You've been singing songs for him.
No,
Why
it's
is
not
that
music
weakness?
specifically.
Oh.
That song. 24.
Okay. So, Leon does a great job of performing a wake-up song that is on purpose so loud and shrill that all of you who are asleep must make a perception check, and if you do not beat his score, you wake up.
Perception, you say?
Yes.
That's only for asleep though, right?
Yep, only for sleep.
26.
You don't wake
Still
up.
asleep. You wake up and you're like, what the hell?
It's in character too.
Gold in his hammock just turns the other way.
Bjorn is awake, but he's like.
Okay. And hold on. Now I actually have to look. I was not expecting that.
You know, this totally isn't for drinking Guinness, but we're gonna use it for drinking Guinness.
That's fine.
Out of wood.
I look more sophisticated this way.
You know what you should do?
What?
Pour some Irish whiskey in there.
Where's the Irish whiskey?
I have plenty all around.
Just look for
I
one.
also got some straight rye whiskey here.
I will go for the Irish whiskey after I've finished this.
Here we go. Pulls it open. Come on.
What kind of
There
instrument are
we
you
go.
playing?
A loot.
Perception. Let's see here.
Not a liar, a loot.
My pants aren't on fire.
Oh,
How
yeah.
could I be lying? My pants even
Yeah, no,
on
no.
fire.
It's a magic item. If you break that, I'm breaking you.
I'm not going
Bond
to.
is
I just
still
made a joke about
out
it.
cold.
I don't actually hate you.
Golden bond, kindred
Well, that's
spirit.
new.
Yeah, that. I'll just say he would have to roll horribly.
What is his bonus to perception?
Fucking huge.
I want to know.
I imagine it's like plus 13,
Mm,
Okay, well here's the thing.
plus 17.
There's nothing I stand to gain from this information. I want to know.
You just got close enough hints.
You just have to roll in at 20. That's what I just heard.
Okay.
So wait, passing the perception was to stay asleep?
Yep. Basically, what it means is you're able to block it out. Physically able to block it out. That's what we're kind of going against. Because he did so well, the odds of you blocking it out suck. So that's why it's kind of inverse. But Gold was able to block it out and still sleep. And so was Bond.
Yeah, Bjorn just like stands up, stretches, scratches his belly, looks around. What are you doing? You're just reading? He grumbles at you. What yours?
Anyone else doing anything at this time?
I think I'm just chilling on top of the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm reading till Dragon wakes up.
I'm
Okay,
sleeping harder.
Okay, so about an hour later,
Oh, about 10 minutes into this,
Mhm.
of Bjorn being awake and Gold being asleep, he's not having that. He's gonna walk over to
Grab him by the shoulders.
Gold. Gold. You pick him up, shake him.
nice.
It's not working. It's not working. You have to hold him by the leg.
I just got him by the front of his leather arm or whatever he's wearing. Just
Oh, no. Gold sleeps entirely in the nude minus boxers.
Well,
this is
that's
gonna be a
not in
little
the
bit more
nick.
awkward than, but he's a man of the forest. That doesn't stop him. Yeah, he just grabs you by a
Grabs you by the.
wedgie.
Gold's shiny ass fully exposed. Shiny, hairless ass.
Remarkable.
How's that in your campaign?
Sun gleams
Do
against
elves
it right into his
grow
eye.
body hair?
I cannot even hear you. over
Do
there.
elves grow body hair?
No,
Not really. I mean,
they grow on their head
That's
like that.
stylistically
Yeah, they get-
left to the player.
they get there.
No, but I'm
Nice
curious
hair.
what his.
You get
lore
nice,
is.
luxurious hair.
Mhm.
The rest of it, well,
They're like a naked cat.
not quite. Not
The
quite.
sun reflects
Now,
off
you
of
being
it,
half elf,
causes a fire.
you get a little bit.
Like a magnifying.
It's kind of like
I
a fuzzy
just
bee.
imagine Shun signs off my shiny metal ass and goes right into like the eyelid of the dragon,
I'm sorry,
waking
you
up
have a
immediately.
metal ass?
Well, he
was
does
a
now.
Futurama.
Yeah. reference, yes.
Like my shiny
No,
metal
I'm just
ass.
clarifying that Gold didn't have a
Gold,
He's
metal
a cyborg.
Well,
No,
his name is
Full
Gold.
No, I'm sorry. He is not allowed to have a shiny metal ass. That is a level 14 perk.
We're only 2 levels off.
Only 2 levels from
Only
my
2 levels
shiny
away
metal
from shiny metal ass. No.
All
All right. So, anything else you're?
I'm waking up, Gold.
Okay.
ass. Please tell me how you're actually waking
Yeah,
up.
I would like
I
to know.
picked you up and I'm just shaking you. If you're not wearing a shirt, he just grabs you by the shoulders like, Gold, what are we doing?
What do I have to roll to stay asleep?
You want to stay asleep?
That's my goal here. I want to be as
You're going to be
target awake
shaken
as
until you're
possible.
awake. Eventually, I will
That'd
succeed.
be like an athletics contest.
Actually, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is
Yeah.
athletics versus perception. Again, whether or not you can block this out and continue to sleep.
Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 28.
I will be waking up.
All right, there we go. So,
What did you?
Bjorn,
I
Bjorn's
wasted
got
my
some.
only nat 20
That
for this evening
is a
on
15.
waking up Gold.
Bjorn's got some waking people up skills, y'all. So,
I am going to make an attack against you. Though.
That's fair.
This is a panic situation, so I'm just going to put a dagger in your neck.
Butt naked? Where were you holding this?
Don't ask.
This is a panic situation, so I'm just put up. Put it down.
hey, just know, roll a perception check.
What's your AC?
Perception was 18.
Perception is
AC
18.
is 17.
Good, I hit you. I rolled an 18.
Yeah. And as the dagger's coming towards you, it happens so fast you don't realize it. Go ahead and roll damage. But
We had a
you,
long rest of the
you
week.
do, yeah, you do notice it at like the last second. You actually notice it smells funny.
And it's infected.
Poison
I
damage.
imagine. I got.
Everyone
long
did
rest.
get a long
I was
rest,
like,
yes.
I never keep that in.
It's just 5.
Why?
No, everyone got a long rest except Persephone.
Yes. Except Persephone.
It's like
She was having
Every single session I've been friendly fire in
dreams
some
about
way,
that
shape,
book.
or form.
Yeah, and it's always gold, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, and
Almost.
believe it or not,
Almost
it's
all
not
you go.
me. The one everyone doesn't trust for no reason.
I know.
I
Alright.
try to trust you. You just don't make it easy.
You're the only one whose character technically shouldn't trust me.
Actually,
Trust you,
Exactly. I
but I'm not playing
say
Patch
his
anymore.
Right.
mood.
Rest in peace.
yeah, Patch definitely
He's
didn't
dead.
trust her.
No, he's alive.
No, he's dead.
Maybe. Well, he
I-
could be dead.
I killed him.
I am
No,
good
that's not very
helpful.
nice.
I know. I'll never forgive myself.
All right. So, another
Boo-wah.
45 minutes after Gold gets woken up.
I took what, 5 damage? You said?
Yeah. Um,
I'll probably take a photo.
Vaughn
Just
finally
throws
kind
you.
of snorts a little bit. And you see his
Respectful
these giant
reflexes.
orbs of his eyeballs open up. He blinks a few times. He looks at all of you.
Just
Slowly starts moving. I need everyone to make a straight dexterity check because he's kind of. This is a dragon waking up, and he's kind of moving around a little bit.
Dexterity save
On
or
the
dexterity
dragon.
check?
Just a check.
I wouldn't have
Only
been
good.
on the dragon.
Or you can do acrobatics if you want to do. No, you're not on. This is just him getting up and moving around.
What about me being
Oh.
on the dragon?
well, it's the same.
You're gonna actually have to roll it at disadvantage.
8.
7.
Okay.
Get
No.
fucked.
What? Dragon
Both of
thing?
us.
for me not
Dexterity,
getting
acrobatics.
23.
Okay. And
I kind of get like
just
rushed
waiting-
around
waiting on-
and then just immediately get stomped.
And there goes gold. Well, in the one part of it.
Fucking slammed into a tree.
My everything hurts.
We get used to it.
That's depressing.
Sorry, my app's being.
Welcome to
Oh, you're
growing
fine.
up.
No.
Welcome to the party.
there are dice.
Abusees. We're all abusees.
If you need to know your stat, I can tell you.
Yeah, my real life dice.
Your acrobatics is +0, so
I was test rolling.
it's
and
just a straight
I got, like,
D20.
That's going to be rough.
10
Yeah,
rolls
straight
in a row
Is that a
Disadvantage
2?
as well. So.
of being below 8, so I just started rolling on D&D Beyond. My IRL dice are cursed beyond cursed.
Borrow a
I think it's
D20.
you.
sure.
What?
Have
I
my
think it's
lucky
you.
I think you're
little
right.
red and gold die.
I think
All
you're
right,
absolutely
I'm
correct.
If you haven't managed to
So-
unload Oscar's dice.
And I'm gonna just
Nine.
because he's
Should touch
here
it.
but not here. I'm gonna go ahead and roll 8. Okay, so Leon, you managed to like kind of hop around and move. The rest of you, and I'm just gonna quick roll for the monk. Oh God, he'll hate me. Okay, so
Good.
everyone except for Leon, and everyone except for Leon and Poe. You three and Torbreck all are like trying to get out of the way as this dragon's kind of moving and waking up and kind of hits the ground, and it's, even though you're in a swamp, it's like shakes this little island, and you all fall over. Poe, you actually fall off the dragon, and it's a pretty good drop. You end up taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall off and slam into the ground.
Bonk.
That's fair.
Leon, you're literally like just like, oh shit, and just kind of nimbly moving out of the way.
Our party just woke up and we've already collectively taken 11 points of damage.
Yes. Good morning.
Mornings are dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a knife on you.
Yeah. And
In
he,
you, I should
in
say. Where was he storing it?
and Bond
You didn't check in my
kind of
boxes, did you?
stretches out, and you see what can only be described as like a giant feline, morning stretch.
Prison.
That is not where I thought you were going with that,
Yeah.
so I'm glad that that's where you went.
You dirty mind. Okay. But he then kind of settles back down and lays down and says, "When you're ready, climb aboard."
I'm always ready as I start climbing up.
I'm not quite ready. This is bugging me. I'm gonna rinse it off and put it in the sink.
Yep. Okay.
Gold's got to do his morning stretches. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna go climb on a dragon.
Okay.
And Poe's gonna get up and brush himself off and go, okay, I'm up the dragon.
I was
And
just there.
he's going to sit back down and start rubbing his belly.
All right.
His or the dragon's?
His.
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah, the belly would. You'd have to go underneath. That'd be
Hey,
a
I
little
was just
bit
asking.
His comically stretched out arm.
I'd be doing that thing that dogs do when they nuzzle up against you.
difficult. All right. So you eventually all end up climbing on Bond's back, and he then kind of slowly stands up, gets to all fours. His wings stretch out and kind of flap a little bit, just kind of knocking off the morning dew. And then his head looks back over his shoulder at all of you on his back. He says, "Hold on tight."
I'm gonna grab onto him because I feel like that's
Okay.
the most sturdy thing on here.
Very well.
My stat sheet says yes, but my dice rolls say no.
Now,
Yeah, Torberg gets mad when
I
touch
will
him.
give you all the option to decide how you want to latch onto this guy.
I assume he has like spikes down his back.
Yes, they are very. However, they are very crystalline structure looking. So it looks like, like a big smooth crystal with a, like the facets at the tip. And when you try to grab on to one like that, it's actually kind of slippery, and the edges, you feel like if you were gripping really, really hard and you slid a little bit, it might actually cut in your hands.
That's not fun.
So you're like, I'm glad you asked.
I'm going to use my experience riding horses in war, and I'm going to get closer to his neck,
Mhm.
kind of nuzzle down over the break of his back, try and place my hands kind of within the scales to try and have something to grip onto.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab onto the sturdy giant over here.
Okay.
How much space is in between these spikes?
Well,
Enough
I
to
mean,
fit, apparently.
there's
Unless
a
you're
good
both-
amount, but it depends on where you are. Because as you go up towards towards his neck and then towards his head, as it gets up kind of between the shoulders, that's where the largest spikes are.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at spikes that are probably a good 3 feet tall, and I don't know, maybe like a 1.5 to 2 foot diameter. And then as they go further back, they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And as they go up the neck, they also get smaller and smaller until eventually they're, just small ones up towards his head.
So I'm going to go up towards the neck, where the large ones are, and
Mhm.
kind of wedge my shell in between two of them.
Okay, yeah, and there's
Tuck in my shell.
there's enough space between them that you could kind of do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Does anyone have any rope?
Yeah, I'm sure. At least
Everyone.
I don't
everyone.
have rope.
Okay, well, everyone but
toss some
you
rope
owns
back.
rope. Yeah.
I'm going to tie a fairly complicated and secure knot around one of the crystal structures and then
Okay.
tie it around myself.
Okay.
I'm just using my legs to like hold on
Okay.
and like grabbing onto whatever's around me. A spike, a crystal structure.
Okay.
Just hugs it the whole way.
Okay. So as you are doing that, I'm going to need from you an athletics check for how well you're gripping onto Bjorn. I need an athletics check from you for how well you're gripping onto the crystal.
All right. If I were in
I will need an athletics check at advantage from you because you're wedged in there. Same for you.
Yep.
And you,
Hi.
you're fine.
That was so close to being a 4. I rolled to an 18 at the last second. It's a 26.
Okay.
That was so close.
Said what kind of check, Jason?
Athletics.
All right, that is a 17 from me.
Okay.
Nine.
Okay.
Almost there. I had to go into the browser.
Yep.
Percy, like
Again,
a
your
football.
athletics is a +0,
It's a +0.
just like acrobatics.
I should.
You're not a very nimble or
I thought I was.
sporty.
I'm
Yeah.
not. Thought that was part of my thing.
There we go. Okay. And you said I'm doing a what? What now?
It's a +0.
Athletics at advantage because you wedged yourself between.
Ooh, that is
the
a nat
crystal
1.
spikes.
Thank you.
And
Having advantage. and a 2. I got a 1 and a 2.
Okay. So
That's the D20.
as
He's like,
As
we're gonna hit some
Vaughn-
turbulence, and you just
gets ready to take off, you feel the muscles that you're basically on the muscles of his back. You feel them kind of move and flex as his arms and legs kind of lower down to the ground. His wings go up high, and then he pushes off, and his wings thrust down. And you guys have never heard of the word G-force before, but that is what you now experience as you feel like you are squished into his back momentarily, and then lift occurs, and it, for a moment, reverses. During that time, Persephone, you end up losing one of your hand grips on Bjorn, and you are now holding on to Bjorn, hanging there, flying kind of behind him in the wind as you are rapidly going up through the air. Poe, you slide out between these two spikes that you're on.
Can I attempt to catch him?
he's like 400
Give me a
pounds.
dexterity save.
I know he's 400 pounds, but
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
do a rope,
That's not
so
what the
we can
dexterity
always
save
try.
is for.
Oh, fish sticks.
Holds his arms out.
I got you. Ah!
You seem to crush between that and one
Is
of the fucking
he anywhere
spikes.
near
Bye
me
bye,
or
Leon.
no?
You're all kind of in the same
You
area.
said deck save,
'Cause I
right?
hit Featherfall, like, anticipating, knowing I was gonna need
Okay.
this.
You're still holding on. Yep.
Well, yeah, if I got a free handy
Yeah,
anyway.
you do. You do.
You said deck save, right?
Dex save.
Is Featherfall a touch?
That's
Can I
a
reach back and grab her?
13.
Hold on.
13.
13. Okay. So,
Oh, yeah, he's within 60 feet. I thought
yeah,
it was a touch.
you attempt to reach out and grab Poe, and Poe, you actually smack into Leon.
Sorry.
Jeez, what was that?
My bad.
You take 4 points of Poe bludgeon damage,
Oh.
and you actually take 2 points of slashing damage from the crystals as they kind of cut into you when you slid out from between them.
This is one of the hardest boss fights we've had yet.
Staying on a dragon.
Okay, and now
Taking off.
from
We're
you,
gonna go bull
Poe,
riding.
Yes.
I will need
I always wanted to do
a
that, by the way, huh?
a dexterity
I always
save.
wanted to go bull riding.
You want to go bull
Okay.
I like the mechanical bulls.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Hold on.
actually want to die.
Hold
I
on,
was
don't
like,
roll
what
yet.
the
Okay.
fuck?
All
No,
right.
Now,
mechanical
Persephone?
Yeah.
Were you going to go ahead and cast that
Yeah,
Featherfall?
as Featherfall looks like it's needed, I'm casting
Okay,
it.
so here's what I'm gonna do is because Leon was grabbing out and reaching for Poe and all that, and you were reacting to that. Go ahead, Poe and Persephone, roll initiative real quick. Once you're done rolling your dex save, Poe.
Okay, so I gotta roll.
I was gonna give him bardic inspiration.
You can do that.
Or are you
Well,
casting it
roll
on him?
initiative as well then.
Oh.
Okay.
Jen, are you casting it on him?
13.
It's a
Okay.
radius thing.
15
I
for
can
my
cast
dex
it on
save
everybody.
without the
probably.
bardic inspiration.
Okay. And before you roll the bardic inspiration, though, roll your initiative, which is a D
Plus
straight
0,
D20.
yep.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Yeah, he's.
Nice. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and roll that bardic.
Well, if the turn order is
He's first, so we're seeing that. Well, yeah, you wouldn't have the
I
bardic
wouldn't have
inspiration.
either.
yet,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you got a
okay.
15. Okay. Then it
Holy
falls to
shit.
Persephone. Persephone, you cast Featherfall on him.
Yeah, so it looks like he's about to fall off, right?
He is kind of rolling a little bit towards
So
the
maybe
edge.
that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, it's a vibe you're getting.
Okay, then yes, I will
And
cast
then
Featherfall
Leon-
technically on everyone.
Leon gives Barks. Okay, I
Well-
thought it was a single target.
Up to 5
Okay.
creatures
Fair
within
enough.
the 60-foot range. So I guess everyone except him.
No, he's there too.
I know, but I can't.
Yeah, but he
cast
has
it on
built-in
6
Featherfall.
people.
Oh yeah.
I can cast it on 5 people.
Yeah,
the monk can
so
do it to
all
himself,
but the
so-
monk.
Well, he's got slow fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody
Alright.
but the monk gets Featherfall.
So everybody but the monk gets Featherfall.
for 1 minute.
And for 1 minute. And let's shush you.
Is that Satan?
Yeah, that is Satan. Lucifer.
I tried to pet a kitty, but the kitty didn't want me to pet him.
So-
So I was like, all right.
So-
fine.
What happens is you end up sliding further and actually slam into kind of the base of where the wing and the shoulder meet.
But you do it slightly slower.
You do, which is why you only take
45 damage.
6 points because you actually slammed it pretty hard. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bye, wizard.
But
21 points collectively so far.
But your dexterity save was enough. You do manage to grab on to that edge of the wing where it meets the shoulder, and you're holding onto that right now.
This is on the base of the lever.
That is true. I would like to like.
So you're like 15 feet away from the rest of the party now because this is a big boy.
I would like to try to wiggle. So I assume like right at the wing is like arcing like that and then going back. How am I holding on to this piece of the wing?
Okay, well, say this is the wing,
Yeah.
and it comes into kind of the shoulder. You're basically sitting right here, kind of just reaching your hands over the edge of it, and
All
it's
right.
going like that.
I would like to try to move. I would like to try to move myself to where if this is the arc of the wing, I am like straddling it like this.
You're gonna attempt to do that. Okay.
You're just gonna get fucking launched every time. Like, swing.
I can only cast Feather Fall so many times.
Well, it lasts for a while.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, well, it's at 1 minute.
Yeah. So, I will need it at this point. I will need a athletics check to hold on because it's all about strength now. So once again, athletics, and I will give you advantage because you've got feather fall. So even though it is moving around a lot, you're not bouncing as much
9.
because
9.
and that's at advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, we're doing great.
Okay. Just like Persephone, one of your hands is now free, and you're like, crap.
I wish I had a way of helping you, but none of my spells can do shit
Yeah,
for you,
Feather
brother.
Fall is the most I can be helpful
I should
with.
probably look at my own spells, huh?
I'm surprised you haven't tried Misty Stepping or anything.
Can I grab
I
a
do
rope
have
and tie
Misty Step
myself
on.
to my anchor over here?
So you're gonna one-handed grab a rope and
Yeah.
attempt to tie.
Yeah, I mean, because you're holding on to like the scale or whatever.
Yeah, I
right?
was gonna ask if I
Yeah,
could
so
reach
I'll
back and
try
grab
to-
you.
Yeah,
That's what I'd asked
I'll
before.
try to, around the two of us and the.
You can give me an
Scale
athletics
thing.
check because to hold on with one hand, and to purposely hold on with one
He's
hand.
also got his giant thunder thighs, though.
He does.
Must-
Yeah, he does.
12 to grab her.
Okay, so you do manage to reach back, holding on with one hand, and you grab Persephone,
figure we're doing one
like
of
right,
these.
like you grab her.
Oh, I thought we were doing one of these.
Oh, okay. Well, you might do that. So now you've
I
got
just
both.
want to grab my tits. It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, that's all right. So if you want to do that, you've got both hands occupied because you're grabbing him with one, and now his hand came back.
He
and
didn't even
grabbed
look back. He just felt you one of your
Yeah.
hands released and he reached
Yeah.
back and grabbed whatever he grabbed.
You're fine.
it. Ow, my
Wrist
titty
shattered.
How far am I away from the
About
dragon's
15.
head?
Oh, from the dragon's head?
Yes.
Like
Pretty good
Four
distance.
25 feet?
miles.
30 feet almost?
I'm gonna do it. I'm going to misty step to the top of his head. And try. He has horns, I assume, correct?
This is a smooth.
They're
have something I
crystalline,
can-
yeah,
let's-
but
We're losing all of
something
our
I-
health and spell slots.
Yeah, they're crystalline,
Taking
but
off the
yes.
ground.
Does he have something I could grab onto? Is what I'm asking.
he does.
Oh no,
He
gold's
does.
fine.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna give you an Arcana check to judge this appropriately because you are moving at a high rate of speed with changing elevation through the atmosphere, and you are attempting to misty step to a specific location on a moving object, even though you're moving too. So give me an Arcana check to see if
14. 14.
Okay. So, with that, you land very close to the target you were shooting for, but not quite there.
2
But
feet
just-
to the left.
You
You're
land,
in
you
midair
poke him
now.
in the eye.
I will now need you. I will now need you to once again give me a. Oh,
Jesus
Christ!
Do you guys remember when we fought zombies?
It's such a
do
good
a,
fight.
Oh, I don't
Once again,
remember
it's-
at all.
Remember when we
they're the
tried to
same,
fight
so
being
it's
in the
athletics or
car?
acrobatics, but they're both +0. So
The
All
old
right.
spicy bite.
Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, that's a 3.
okay.
We're doing amazing.
So this is what you guys see.
This is painful.
Poe
Bro,
From the wing,
I'm not seeing
pops
shit.
up to kind of right at the base of where the neck meets the skull, attempts to grab onto something, misses. You literally roll back, and thank you for Featherfall. You kind of roll back
You're welcome.
gently, but this guy's fucking schmoving.
Being in the front, can I brace
He's coming straight towards you.
Can I brace myself to try and catch him?
Oh, it's just a
Rose
fucking
Okay.
400 pounds.
I pictured myself in the
You're
front
about
because I got
120
first.
soaking wet.
Well,
So
Feather
yeah, but he
fall,
ran
though.
up. He said he's
That's fine.
I'm just.
I'm gonna go-
I mean, there's a lot of space up
He's
there.
like one of those
But-
arcade machines.
So I'm not going to be nice about it.
Okay.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
where
pull out
like
a
the
dagger.
fucking barrels are coming
I'm
down.
going to-
towards
No,
you.
no.
Yeah.
Why am I forgetting the arcade machine where there's like a puck or a ball and it's got the
You mean a pinball?
pinball? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
Oh,
pinball machine. Just see.
So
boing.
okay, so that's what you're gonna do.
Yes, I'm going to
Okay,
catch him.
roll an attack roll.
All right. It's going to be a 17.
That is exactly his armor class. Okay, so roll your damage.
All right. That's going to be 4 damage.
Okay, so I
Oh, it's a
also need
dagger.
you
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
to roll a dex save.
We're doing great. That's a 1 on the die.
Okay,
Do I? So that is a 9.
9. Okay,
Do I have any of that DM inspiration saved up?
the inspiration doesn't work that way. Remember?
you can't use inspiration like that.
So
That there was some like DM advantage thing.
there is a
Saving
DM
throw.
advantage every once in a while,
Fuck, I don't have it anymore.
but
All right.
you take 8 points of effectively, I guess we'd call it bludgeoning damage, as you sink the dagger into his shoulder, like between the shell and his neck. So it's like into his shoulder, and you attempted to be in a position to really brace yourself, but you forgot how heavy this fucker was, and it yanks on your arm, and you take, and you feel like you really pulled a muscle bad, like you probably tore some of the fibers pretty bad. But you're holding on.
No.
You wouldn't be if you didn't have Featherfall, though,
Mhm.
because technically he's lighter than he is, normally. But there you are, and now,
With the feathers.
another 10 seconds goes by, and all of a sudden things start to be a little less hectic, and
Just wait till we.
you realize now.
Well, that was just coasting.
Everyone, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Nope. We're good. I'm not looking.
You don't have to.
Good.
24.
Okay.
13.
26.
A little inadequate.
Anyone who got over it.
16.
Perfect. So everybody except Persephone, because she didn't want to look, kind of glances over. As far as you can tell, you are thousands of feet in the air.
Well, you don't look down.
And
How
the thing is
exhilarating.
now, though, everything is kind of smooth, and you see his wings are no longer flapping. He seems to be gliding on the air currents. And it's much smoother ride. You don't feel all that force on you, kind of trying to pull you off as much. You still have wind, kind of,
Let's say for the
battering you a
dragon's
little
eyes,
bit,
it must
but
be
it's,
one hell of an air current.
but it is, but everything is kind of smooth.
We know that the saver. I'm still gonna tie us.
Yes, absolutely.
Poe, grab onto something now.
Mr. Torbrick, your sword seems to have dropped in my neck.
Oh, that's not Torbrek. That's gold.
That's what I meant.
I was like, damn, when did he hit
Wait, did
him?
you friendly fire another person?
I did.
Yeah.
To save him. I stabbed you to save you.
I didn't wipe this dagger. You might want to get that checked out.
Oh boy. Oh,
I start HIV in Atavar.
and yeah, I'm going to
Zero.
look around and try to grab whatever I can around me as well. Even if that is gold
All right.
feet.
You guys are able to get a little more situated now that it's a little calmer. And as he's doing that, the head turns back around and he says, My. Resilient.
You're all still here.
Can I ride on your head?
No.
I would not recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put.
You have any fish?
No.
Damn.
I would get comfortable. It's going to be a little bit of a ride.
Before he finishes, as soon as he says "get comfortable," Poe's just gonna dunk into his shell.
Okay.
What are you holding on to?
I'm not.
Well, that was
Alright,
hard
bye,
to
Poe.
the first time.
All right. So you're all on the back of this this gargantuan creature as it is kind of gliding through the air currents. And what you notice, in addition to how high up you are, is, and I'll say you had a 16 on perception, right?
Yep.
So you missed. You were
Yeah.
a little bit low, but everyone at 15 and above. You also notice you're heading. Remember, this is like a perpetual twilight, and you see straight ahead of you. There is a half moon, and you seem to be heading straight in that direction. And he is just gliding along. After about 3 hours.
What a tattoo. Well, I got nothing else to do. Or...
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do something while you're sitting up there,
Marvelous.
you can, but other than that,
Make it
you're
a
just
cool
waiting
one.
for time to go by.
I'm going to use my claws and carve in the dragon scales. I love fish over and over.
Okay. Doesn't bother him.
I'm going to attempt to speak to the dragon in Draconic.
Okay.
What?
I'm going to ask if it knows of any sapphire dragons on the prime material plane.
Speak back to Draconic.
Let me
He
see.
can't hear you over the wind.
What was that?
What did you say?
What,
Actually,
what race is your character? You-
Shifter.
Actually, he hears you saying something, and then you hear in your head, thinks a little louder, and he is now communicating with you telepathically. But let's see here. That would be, I guess we'll give it that. Oh, okay. All right. So, in response to your question, he says, "I do know one."
Do they happen to go by the name of Luthras?
Perhaps.
I once met this dragon a long time ago. Just wondering if they were okay. It's been many years.
I have not spoken to that one in probably what would be half of your life.
It's probably about the last I saw them then.
Dragon out.
Hey, we have a Torbrek finally.
She said she laid on child support, cuz.
That's pretty good.
Why do you think he hasn't spoken to us?
What's happening, big dog?
What's up, dog?
All right, so to catch our Torbrek back up,
That's love, dog.
y'all have been on the dragon's back, traveling to Catteran's Reach.
Perfectly fine with no issues.
No issues at all. No one has
Nothing
taken
bad
any
happened at all.
damage since they woke up this morning.
Nothing bad has
I
happened.
have not stabbed two of our teammates.
I mean, I made a boon with the dragon, so
Yeah, you did.
You just owe him something.
that's fine.
It's fine. My deal was then and there.
Mm-hmm.
One and done, if you
It
will.
was. It was indeed.
I gave him a new cool tattoo.
Mm-hmm. So,
The dragon?
mm-mm.
You.
Oh.
The one I showed you.
Do you
30
actually
seconds
have
ago.
tattoo kit in your
I mean, sure, why not?
Make it cool.
Persephone.
I
Persephone.
did.
It's an ink pot needle.
It's a dick, isn't it?
No.
It's a
Super
stick
dope.
point. It's a
Oh,
Bear warrior.
It's a stick and
very
Oh, I
cool.
had a lot of time.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
around.
That is
Yeah. Oh, wait.
pretty
Inspiration.
It's a freaking
Inspiration for the pun. Got to do it.
That's pretty awesome.
It's a stick.
That
And
reminds
love
me
it.
of Aerodon.
All right. Also, you also have to roll percentile for the pun.
Oh
But,
no.
but I'm giving you inspiration for that one because I really like it.
Yeah, she showed me. I was like,
that's badass as hell.
All right.
except it looks like terrible because
So-
the dragon's back. It's like,
No, he said there's
oh,
a
that's right. I
let's-
thought it was smooth.
Let's get back to gold. You were having your conversation.
Yes. Last I saw Lathras, we had dispatched of an orc army. From then, we hadn't seen each other since.
And where was it you saw us?
Some place in the middle of TOGG,
73.
middle of the desert.
Almost 3 away.
I warned that one to stay away from there. Too much danger, even for those such as we.
Oh,
Is this in your honor?
Surprised
this
you.
was all meant.
Actually, now
Oh,
it's
okay.
telepathic. Surprised you survived being in that region, little one.
We were resourceful, but we barely made it out as it was, even with Latras's help. We'll have to go back here soon, eventually, though.
I do not envy you. However, our time here will be at an end soon. As you're having this conversation, there's more going on.
He just
in
dumps
the
us all
conversation.
off his face.
And
Barrel.
yeah, and he says,
Deuces.
This is your stop. Get
up
off.
ahead. Turn your gaze there. As he kind of indicates, you all see, you don't hear it because it's all telepathic, but you all see Bond's head actually kind of angled down a little bit, as if, because he was kind of, just going along, but he kind of turns his head and then angles it down like that. And it's an interesting gesture. You obviously know he's like kind of pointing with his snout, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you might, follow
We're
along
not
with your eyes.
complete idiots.
And what you see up ahead of you is that half moon off in the distance, sitting almost perfectly centered when you look at the view, above what looks like a caldera of a volcano that is like split open on one side, where it just basically flows down into a valley. And the rocks of this once volcano come up around in almost like a 3/4 circle before that one section, which is broken down. And from the base of this volcano, going up through all of that broken down side and into the caldera itself, is a city. You can't tell exactly what it looks like from here, but you can tell it's a city because you see glinting of different colored lights. Some of it bluish, greenish, some light that you would almost call gray. Additional shadows kind of weaving in and out from where the moonlight strikes through. But it's definitely some kind of structure. Buildings in there, and a lot of them. Bond starts slowly gliding lower and lower, and he turns his head back to look at all of you.
74, by the way. Almost 3 away.
It was
Damn.
73.
73, that's
It was
right.
4 away.
No, it's always 3 away.
But it was almost 3 away.
almost 3 away.
Yeah, 73, sorry.
Do we just want to add the 2 digits that are R3 away from 69 onto the list?
Yep, there you go. Because that's 3 away. All right,
Exactly.
So-
72 and 66.
so yep. So
Those are also dangerous numbers now.
heck, might even just make the whole range there.
Shit.
But he starts gliding down and he turns his head around to look at all of you. And you see what you can only describe as a grin. And he turns his head back, and then you all hear in your heads. We will be landing soon,
Please fasten your
just
Hold
outside
on
the city.
tighter.
To enter in directly would be folly.
So
Hold on tight.
don't parachute.
Once again, what are you doing to secure yourselves?
Well, we have since tied ourselves on and are now just holding tightly.
Okay, anyone else?
My method of liftoff was good, so I'm just going to continue straddling him the same way I did.
Okay, anyone else?
I'm going to take out my rope and tie myself to gold.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Tie yourself to gold. Okay.
I'm going to see this. I'm gonna, like, no. No.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty
Tie
sure
this
that would
fight.
actually just rip you in half.
Tie this fight.
I have a counterweight.
I'm just chilling with my previous
Yeah, but
setup. I mean, I have the right idea.
You have the
I'm
rope.
following suit. Yeah.
What about Torbrek?
I'll probably just hold on using my legs and just firmly grasping the sides.
Remember, this is not a horse. It's like
Well, you haven't
You're grabbing a
described the
spike.
layout to him
Hey,
quite.
it's a
We're on
giant
Agents
fucking
and
dragon's
Dragons.
back
It
with
worked for
crystalline
him.
spikes.
Listen, he's not going to let me fall if I own him a boon, so I'm just going off of that road.
It's like, oh well.
You're all
Wait,
creature.
what's the line of how's the order of people sitting?
I have
This is the thing.
Action.
This is a gargantuan creature. You can all effectively be in the same area, not in a line. It's not like you're riding a long horse that you all have to sit in a row.
That's how I imagine.
It's not like that.
Long horse.
Like
They
literally.
want to play D&D, but they can't handle the emotional toll of long horse.
Long.
Well, like
weary.
what? The basement's neck would be like at least 2 of these tables wide.
Exactly. It's fucking huge, dude.
I'm gonna.
So-
Thanks, bro.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna straddle and hold them.
Okay. So what I will need then
I love
is,
Fucking insane.
are you just holding on, or are you gonna tie down too? Because she said she tied down. Did she just tie to you?
Oh,
Or
it was me, him, and
I guess she wrapped a rope around
Okay.
me while I was
things
sitting
that
there.
were attached.
you guys are
to-
fine. You're fine. You are going to have to roll athletics
At disadvantage.
at disadvantage because you have a very heavy weight.
I slapped his ass away. I'm not letting that happen.
So okay,
Yeah,
so he's
so
not
then
letting
I
you
would've-
tie to him.
Then I would have tied to a. I would have tied. So I would have taken one piece, the part of the rope, tied myself to it, right?
Okay.
And kind of like wrapped it around and tied it to the
Scale.
scale very closely.
Okay.
But then I would have been using the rest of it to still attempt to try to gold,
Okay.
tie to gold.
Doesn't through your belt loop without you know it.
Don't make me pull out the fucking dagger, Poe.
Okay, so since you are
He'll do it
you,
anyway, you
you
might as
don't
well.
have an anchor on you. You are getting at advantage athletics, and Torbrek, you are getting at advantage athletics. You're fine.
Okay.
23.
Wait, why does he have advantage?
Because he also was holding on
Oh.
wedged in.
19.
Okay, I was like, hold on, I don't remember him tying himself.
No, he was holding.
Yeah.
You tie, if you're tied off, you don't have to roll shit.
Yeah, I was
You're
just,
actually
I
tied
got
off.
you,
I was just wedging myself. If I knew earlier, if I was here earlier, I would have just grabbed onto one of his legs.
Yeah, this
Nothing like riding. a
this
dragon
wasn't
back
supposed to be
there.
very difficult.
Yeah, well, we made it difficult.
Yeah, well, you made it interesting.
Dragon back.
Dragon bareback.
So
No, don't
as
like
they
that.
roll and hold on, are they like
dragon
are
back.
they like adjusting
Don't
their
type
grip
that
or
in on
anything
Google.
like that?
Not really.
No?
They're
Okay.
just holding on for dear life.
All right.
You eventually land, and when you land, it is like superhero landing. Here comes a superhero landing. I mean, it's not a it's a like he slams in
That's
literally.
not a superhero.
No, you literally what
Dragon
you see is
superhero.
as he lands, all 4 of his feet slam down into the earth. It was a relatively small clearing, but not small enough for his bulk. There were some trees and stuff there, but he literally with his front legs in particular, just crushed a couple trees and it bang, just broke off. Boom, and he lands. I need everyone to make a dexterity save.
I'm not good at those.
Oh, I'm amazing at this.
Okay. Any of you who are tied off get to do it at advantage. So it's really
Do I
only
get
gold,
advantage?
gold and
You said a dex save?
Torbrek. Yeah, gold and Torbrek you're normal, but everyone else is at advantage.
You think
27.
This is a
Dex save.
dex save.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Thank God there was advantage. 16.
Me too.
And that one and it's
Nat 20 for
at a
27.
14.
20.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I was like, how did you get a 16 with a
I have a
nat
very
one?
high plus.
Yeah.
All right. And what'd you have, gold?
I dabbled
27.
Okay. So, Poe, as the only one who got less than a 15, you take
Ooh,
one,
we
point,
barely did
one
it.
point of bludgeoning damage
Yeah.
from the impact.
So I take it that I
That's game
like
changing.
slam down?
You slam down a little bit hard.
Alright, so
Little
when I
bit hard.
slam down, I'm gonna bounce up, stand up on 2 feet. I am Poe the Dragon Rider.
All right. And
I thought he was Poe.
he then kind of settles back
And
down,
that's
lays down, and says,
Fish guy.
I thought
"You
it was
may
Dragon Warrior.
disembark.
I will do so.
Please remove all personal items from
Yeah,
the overhead
yeah,
bin."
Come on, man. I don't want to hear this shit twice today.
Your arms, hands, feet, and legs inside
Yeah.
the cave.
I am going to use my telepathy
Enjoy the
to
quad.
reach to talk to Persephone and say, "Do you think they have any fish here?"
I'm sure that lake 4 inches to your right has a fish.
Okay.
I gotta use the bathroom.
All right, you do that.
Bjorn hops up.
Can they slide off the tail like did he like
They-
make it nice and easy for
Like
me?
surfing it,
What are we in the Flintstones
I
area?
guess. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
So
The Flintstones.
you guys eventually get off of Bond's back onto the ground,
Or
and
how can it get back?
he
We'll
kind of turns around a little bit, and you see him shrink in size back down to the old elven hermit look. At which point he approaches you and says, "I have done what was promised. You must follow through on your end when the time comes."
That's fine. Just let me know.
Much appreciated as I extend my hand to him.
He reaches out his hand and shakes yours.
Surprisingly tough grip.
Very good grip for
I don't know
what
if I
looks
would
like
say
an old elf.
surprisingly. He was a dragon
Yeah,
I know.
2 seconds ago.
Not surprising.
Well, surprising in that regard, but for his
Yeah.
frame.
in his
Yeah.
frame and what he looks like. But yes. And
Deceptively should I is the word I
There
should
you
have
go.
used.
he says, "Remember what I told you. Do not piss off those in charge."
Yep.
This is not
Beat
a
a sweat.
simple warning.
Which I should have been looking at gold.
Where you go? I just want some of your liquor. That's just a tiny bit.
No.
He reaches,
Incinerate.
he reaches behind him,
Pulls out his middle
pulls
finger.
out. I thought about it. Pulls out a water. Pulls out what looks like a small water skin.
Yeah.
And hands it to you, and says,
2 fingers.
"It will refill once per month."
That's fine. I'm only gonna use this for very dangerous situations.
Word on the ground. Drink, bitch.
He nods.
Pour one out for the homie Ajax.
Basically, what it is you can, in a 1 month time frame,
Yeah.
you can get 3 drinks out of it of a very, very strong alcohol. I mean, it doesn't do anything special other than that. It just it
cool.
refills.
For the drunken monk,
Yeah, it's like
it's
for
kinda,
people-
it feels
For
it.
people who are having a bad day.
Jackie Chan when he drinks freaking coal fuel
Yeah.
in the movie,
In the
and he
movie
just
Drunken
turns
Master,
red
yeah.
and just goes. "Ugh."
Yep. Exactly. That's kind of what it is. But yeah, it's like pure ethanol.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So yeah, it's like moonshine.
Start
basically,
microdosing
like-
off of it.
Well, wait, we're still in the Feywild, right?
Oh yeah.
Correct.
Oh yeah. Now
Us
what?
all back to the
What
material.
you see before you is there looks to be a wall, but it is not stone, it is not wood. You're not sure exactly
Dirt.
what the material is. No, it's not just dirt.
Wild
It's
bullshit.
you're not sure exactly what the material is. It looks kind of like the pattern of bark on a tree, but it's definitely not wood. It's weird. And actually, I will let you roll a history check.
Got it.
I was gonna say Bjorn would walk up and kind of feel the wall, then
Okay.
ask Torbeck, "What is this made of?"
When you feel the wall, it feels super sturdy. Like
You did this, I was like,
no, like you're well, like you're feeling with your fingers, like feeling what is it?
just rip a piece out.
What'd you get?
Nat 20 for 24.
This is Feywild Ironwood.
Got it.
It is literally, it is a tree. It is from a tree, but it is as strong as steel.
Okay.
They have created this
No.
outer wall
If they're using it
At
to
the-
block off the
the-
city,
Yeah, I
that
mean,
basically
you know.
goes, and this wall is
There's no
probably
fire.
a good. This wall is
Coming
probably a
from the
good
dragon's
25 feet tall from the base up to the top, and it just goes around. And there is a gate, large double door gate. You don't see any frickin' guards anywhere. It's just this wall.
I'll walk up and just gently tap the gate with my staff.
Didn't he say going through the gate
But-
would be falling?
Wait, Torbeck.
No, I think he said not going into the gate.
Before you do
Oh,
that,
okay.
he
I
did
think.
say it'd be foolhardy to try going through tradition.
I thought he said if you don't go through traditionally, you're fucked.
I
Yeah.
heard if you go through the gate, you're fucking toast. Like, it is
I'm
falling.
gonna let. I'm not gonna say either way. You heard what you heard. You have to interpret.
You know what?
Can I roll a knowledge?
Are there any
To remember.
Are there any trees nearby where the gate would be? Like, and just a couple like distance away, like
There's
a tree tall enough that you could maybe like look in or.
I think there was.
If
but
you
the
move- if
dragon
you move
crushed
about-
them all on his
If
way
you,
down.
yeah, if you move about 20 feet back, because I mean he didn't land you like right at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
gate.
yeah.
You're a little ways back. But if you move about 20 feet back from where the wall is, yeah, there's trees. You could climb up. one.
So I'll move 20 feet back and I'll just straight up run up a tree.
Okay,
To
yeah,
try to get
you
a bit of
easily
a
can do that.
vantage point.
You get up high enough. This tree isn't super tall, but it's tall enough you can see just over the wall a little bit and kind of an angle down. You don't see any guards or anything like that. I mean, it's like this is unmanned, but you can see more into the city. And actually, what you see is this sprawling city, and you can see the lights. It is pulsing with an eerie glow. You see, odd shadows, ones that you would not expect due to where the light falls. The whole thing looks like almost like a labyrinth. There's no real straight lines when it comes to the streets, at least in this part of it. You can't really see far enough in. I mean, it could change, but it's very labyrinthian looking at this entryway.
I have a dumb question. Can
I have a dumb answer.
inside the gate?
Sure, why not?
Just
Bjorn's gonna turn back to look at
maybe
you,
like
by
a
the way,
vibe
when you
check
said
off of that
That's a
gate.
nat 20.
That is a nat 20 on
Okay.
a vibe check on the gate.
it's
The
definitely a gate.
The gate definitely feels like a gate.
Okay, but does it feel like a trap?
It's-
in
it's
any
like
way,
it's-
then?
The gate is definitely telling you I'm a gate.
All right.
Bjorn's
Guys,
gonna
I
look
get
back at you
gate
when you
vibes
said, "I'm
from
pretty
this
sure."
gate.
I'm pretty sure they said that we're supposed to go in normally. He's gonna ask you if are you sure that's what you heard?
I am not sure of anything.
I looked to gold.
That's what I thought.
I thought I heard to enter through the main would be foolhardy.
That's
But
what
then
I
he
thought
said-
I heard.
But then he said not to piss off the people there.
Does seem kind of contradictory, doesn't it?
I was
Everything
like,
in this
'cause
goddamn
we could
plane
have
is
parachuted off the dragon into the city, but he said I thought he said not to go in unless it was traditional, so I decided not to parachute off because of that.
Oh.
Torbeck,
What's the
what you got?
worst that
From
could
my-
happen?
from
I
my-
walk up to the
From
gate.
my vantage point, do I see any other side entrances that might have like an opening into the city?
Give me a perception check.
I walk up to the gate.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
Linda,
right now, looks like a gate.
Thank
Gives
you.
off gate
It looks
vibes.
like a gate.
Verified gate.
Yeah. Got a verified
Can-
Twitter account.
Gate confirmed. All right.
18.
No, you don't see any other doorways, passageways, entryways, nothing that you
Yeah.
can.
Can
There's
anyone-
only one way in and
anyone
one way
have detect magic?
I do.
I don't know if that'll be helpful. I'm sure
It's just
everything
gonna
in
go
here is magic, but I mean,
You'll go
it's worth a
blind if you
shot.
detect magic. in
I'll
here.
come back down. I'll go up towards the gate and I'll detect magic before someone touches it. Just
He
in
just
case.
speed walks in front of me for after running up the wall. I'm still walking up. He goes,
No, I mean you went up to the gate first. So
Yeah, you're up to the gate first, so it's on you, bro.
what are you doing?
are there guards?
No, there's no guards that you see.
Only gates.
Only gate.
Is the gate openable? Does it look like
what
What gate is
What
not
type of gate is it? Is it just like a
It's
push gate?
no, it's two big, giant, double fucking doors made of the same kind of Feywild ironwood.
I bang on it.
You bang on it.
Yep.
Okay.
We seek entry.
It's like a. All right, I need like a somewhat of a picture here. So we have a gate, and there's like a wall, I assume.
There's a wall that's about 25 feet tall. There are double doors that the doors themselves are probably 15 feet tall. Okay. About 10 feet wide. It's just two giant fucking doors. Other than that, it's just this wall and these doors.
All right,
all
I'm
you see.
going to misty step to the top of the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I taunt you a second time.
Okay.
Like all this, right? Kind of.
Mother was a
Yeah, kind of like
that.
elderberries.
Kind of.
Except not stone.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just, you know.
Yep, I'm going
Go
to
can only
misty
do
step
so
to the
much
top
for
of the
me.
wall.
Okay. So as you misty step up there, I will need a dexterity save.
Giant magic hand just swats you back down. Just appears.
8.
Okay.
My rolls are dog shit tonight.
Says, come on in, guys. The water's fine.
So, all right, I will give you roll percentile
I don't need it.
with nipple tassels.
Yeah, but it's not as fun if you don't roll the cool, fun, exciting thing. Have you seen those metal ones that I have?
36.
Yeah, that's like a weapon.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My favorite thing, showing that to people that pick it up, they go.
You take 7 points of damage as you misty step up to the top
Mm-hmm.
and realize there's no platform here. It is literally just this ironwood wall. It is that fucking thick. There's no ledge to stand on. It's just that. And so you land on that and you're trying to maintain your balance. You fall off inside,
Sweet.
fall down approximately 25 feet and take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to get up and look around for how to open the gate.
Okay.
Immediately
Well,
surrounded.
as
by
you look
guards.
around, there's no guards, no nothing there that you see.
Then I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the gate, and I assume I can see Bjorn through it.
No, it's solid.
Oh,
wood.
it's a door. Okay, it's
You
like
didn't take a picture I showed you.
Yeah, I did. I just pictured differently in my mind. Okay. Well, then I'm going to match Bjorn's knocking.
Okay, Bjorn, you hear knocking on the other side.
They're taunting me.
Did I notice? Did I see him?
Like,
Everybody but Bjorn, because Bjorn was at the door knocking. So
Bjorn knocks harder. He goes, no more games. Let us in.
you hear him say that from the other side.
Hey, Bjorn, you gotta say please.
Please.
I'm just.
Like his teeth.
Open the door.
Can I open
I
this door?
tried. There's nothing to open the
I'm
door.
gonna push it and
Do you
pull
have
it, do whatever I
open
want.
Okay, as you pull on one of the handles, it
Oh, it has handles and start just to slap.
I thought it was a slide-up gate.
no,
Guys, you
it's
remember I
double
showed you a
doors.
picture?
I said that several
This man
times.
said double
Two
doors.
giant
Yeah.
double doors.
Okay. Then when he I would have after the knocking, I would have pushed it open.
Okay.
I would have
Either way,
yanked it.
you guys end up opening it, and they just open up. You now have entry into Catteran's Reach.
Bjorn was like opening with one. He was about to grab you with the other. That sees it. She was like,
Be faster, Bjorn.
I have one more thing I'd like to do before I walk.
This way
Yes.
to the
Can
pit.
I
"Good job,
investigate
dispatching the
door,
guard." That was.
whether magically or not magically,
Okay,
to
hold
see-
on. We got something going
To
on.
see whether or not I think walking through is gonna like curse / trap / fucking murder people.
So what specifically? What are you?
Probably like Arcana, because I imagine it would be a magic bullshit.
So you're looking
trap
for
trap.
something magic.
Yeah, some magical like
So that would-
barrier
yes, that
or,
would
like,
be Arcana.
words or some shit.
Matt.
With nipple tassels,
Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
swords and synthesizers.
God damn.
One
All right.
dice likes me.
So,
Holy shit.
That is a 20,
As-
right?
Yeah, that's a 20.
as you
Yeah, that's
start
20.
taking a look at the doors themselves, they look like doors. Looks
All right,
like a way
guys,
to go through.
door still looks like door. Glad I wasted my 20s on this.
Hey, what did I miss?
Nothing.
We found a door, and the door is a door, and the gate looks like a gate.
2 nat 20s says the
Also,
door is a
the
door.
wall of wood is
The
not
gate is
wood,
a
it's
gate.
iron. But it's wood.
There's a wall of wood.
But it's iron.
Ironwood.
It's Feywild Ironwood.
Okay, where is this?
In front
In
of
front of you.
We landed.
Are you not paying attention? It's in front of us.
Oh no, he hasn't been here since we left.
He was
We
I
landed.
know it's a joke.
Walked into.
he was dropping a
Bullshit.
quattro. That's 2 deuces.
Right. So there is no bullshittery going on from this door.
As far as you can tell, no.
For my
You're,
2 nat 20s,
you're confident that this door is a door.
Word.
I confidently walked through the door behind the tanks.
Okay.
What'd you pour?
Yes.
Could you pour me whatever it was that was being recommended earlier, please?
The top left redwood whiskey.
Irish whiskey.
Oh, the
Redwood,
rye.
Irish redwood. Yeah, it's
97 rated.
it's good stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's good rye.
I'll just downs the whole thing.
Are you ready to party?
All right.
No.
It's phone.
Okay.
Don't worry, you won't spill. Thank you.
So,
I am literally paid to pour.
I've got a Poe inside the gate. I've got a Bjorn inside the gate. I've got a Persephone inside the gate. What about the rest of you guys?
I'll walk in after everybody
Okay.
else.
Anybody else?
I'm actually gonna stay behind. No,
Okay.
I'm going with.
All
right.
I'm like,
You know
I'm
what?
still
I'm gonna go
mentally
home.
debating. Like,
I'm
I
splitting the
thought
party.
you fucking said not to go in here.
Wait,
Well-
who said that?
The dragon.
don't-
who-
well,
I didn't know.
No, okay. So I thought the dragon said if you don't go in the normal way, you're fucked. They thought the dragon said if you do go in the normal way, you're fucked. So either you could or could not be fucked.
Jason,
But the door.
can I please
solid
roll a
vibe.
history
No
check?
one. You want
Yes.
to get fucked.
Thank you.
This guy's saying either way, we're getting fucked.
The door is solid vibe. So
What would I have heard?
we don't know.
Either way, you're getting fucked.
18. What did the fucking dragon tell me?
The dragon basically said he is not going to land you directly into the city. He's going to
Okay.
land you outside of the city, and then you can go in from there.
Okay.
So I was not.
All right. No, we're
Wrong.
fine. We can go.
You're- I was.
You're not
I was
wrong.
so confused
So were we.
because I had never heard him say anything about don't go through a door.
Yeah, he did not
I
say
don't
any.
think you heard him talk.
He didn't
at all.
say anything about that.
No, I was
Well,
on
he did then.
the dragon ride there. I heard the thing about not flying directly into the city.
I thought I heard him say just don't go.
No,
in
it's been a
directly,
while.
but
What
he's
is
not
our
going.
goal in here again?
I don't know.
We have to find the rod that is supposedly placed here because fairies are totally trustworthy and told us there would be one.
All
Here.
right.
Well,
So,
to be fair, we've played their stupid game, so.
They shouldn't lie. That
So,
much I know.
Goal, how do we find the rod?
I
Well,
think I have an
look
idea.
for the most
Okay.
unnatural thing here,
Are you telling me
or
or
most
telling him?
natural thing.
Both.
This is the
Okay.
land of.
Well,
the
then you might want to
unnatural.
get their attention because they're not
So
listening.
it's fine. They don't even have to pay attention.
All right.
Because I have touched a rod before and my history with bullshittery. Yeah,
Inspiration. Anybody?
I've had rods in my life.
Rod touching.
Oh, Lord.
Because of all of
With
that.
nipple tassels. Oh,
Because I spit on my rod.
Honey, you're
Dude.
touching other people's rods.
Shit happens.
Damn it!
it's
Damn it! It's a double two.
never gonna happen.
So because of all my rod experience.
Stop!
No.
Stop it!
She spat on that
This
damn.
is what gets us views, guys. The only female on the channel.
Wait, we don't have any druids in the party anymore,
Ugh.
right?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
Damn, no wild chipping into a hawk to a.
So
I gotta get out of here, man.
All right, I gotta roll for
the
that.
thing I was trying to
Yes,
do.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can I sense anything about like if I'm close to it or like my rod senses tingling or
No.
I think Poe had something he wanted to say.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
So
mine was
as,
funnier though.
as we walked
Was
in,
funny.
we're looking around the city and whatnot.
Yes.
Right? It's a city. I
Well,
assume?
you just got in the doors. As you get in the doors, they close behind you.
Yeah. So what do we see like in the city?
You see a city.
As,
As,
Oh,
as
so
mentioned,
let me
as mentioned
clarify a little
before,
bit.
now the rest of you also notice what you see is it is a sprawling metropolis. It looks huge. You can even tell just from this early part of it even because it is the Feywild and it is eternal twilight, you're getting a combination of there's moonlight, there's starlight, and there's partial sunlight. But it seems like the sunlight is rarely penetrating down to the street level, even though the buildings around you are a small mix of 1 and 2 stories. Nothing too big around that. Most of them seem to be made out of some kind of stone or brick. Some are made out of that same Feywild ironwood that you see. Some are made out of what looks like other types of wood. It's kind of haphazard. It's almost like this entire city is a hodgepodge of somebody threw something up over here and another building here and another building here. Nothing is organized or makes sense. It is very random. You see actually 3 different streets heading off, one that way, one straight in front, one that way, and then another one that next to this one that is almost immediately next to it. Like the building makes a sharp angle, like you've seen in some of those pictures of some of those buildings are like kind of a weird angle like that.
Do I see any stores that I can depict that is a store?
Give me a perception check.
And street signs.
That's what I'm having him perceive.
Perception.
I guess I'm looking too, because I'm looking for street
Yeah,
signs.
roll perception then.
Question, Jason. With
7.
my time. Okay, shit.
That's a 20.
with my knowledge of being Feywild born, would I've heard stories about this kind of city in the past?
We actually already did that before.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yep.
15.
Okay, 15
Yeah, 20 again.
for a
I
total
switched
of.
the dice. Oh, I
3
don't
in a
know.
row. Holy
Where are
Probably,
you
I
doing?
think it's a +0.
Were you
What are
doing
the
what?
odds?
History?
Perception.
Oh,
Our character
perception.
gets sent straight
Yeah,
to jail.
+0. And then you were just
Yeah, do I see any people?
One more night.
Perception check. Okay, so you got a 15. You got a 20, dirty 20.
12.
/ natural.
No, I
20.
was like, that's,
It's
that's
both.
fine.
It's both. And what'd you just say?
12.
Okay. So here's the rest of what you see. Poe, as you're looking around specifically for street signs and shops, same with Persephone, what you notice is that there seems to be a lack of actual signs on things. At least like what you would normally assume to be signs and how they were, what you're used to. Nothing seems like it is obviously
Are there any people?
identifiable.
I just asked that.
Oh, yeah.
Based on
We're gonna get
with that 20, you're guessing based on the general shape of some of these structures, maybe that's a shop, maybe that's one. I don't know. It could be a residence also, but I'm guessing with the windows in the front and the door there,
But
maybe
there's no sign this is like first
there's
street.
no sign.
Okay.
There's no sign. There's no street signs. There's no nothing. No direction. Gold, you do notice some movement here and there down some streets. Nothing seems to be really happening around this gate.
How
So
close-
there's no real identifiable stores that you can go, that's a store, at least in this area.
How big is your character, Persephone?
5,
Medium-sized
6.
creature.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to grab a hold of her wrist and say, there must be fish in there, and head us to the first door.
all right. Take the 2 squishies. Let's go.
All right.
You're squishy sorcerer
I
too,
want to see
yes?
Wait, yeah, pretty much.
So you,
I just have a decent
head,
AC.
You want
you
to
head to a door. so you head to
He's just looking
a
around.
door.
I'm not getting an option.
Taking it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Leon,
Hello.
So
would you be able to summon a non-flying companion for us to traverse the streets?
Hold on, you can have more than one friend. I say as I'm getting drug away.
Well, Cassiopeia is my steed, but in fact I do possess the means to summon other steeds.
Bruh.
They're just not particularly sentient.
Well, I assure you, I heard none of this.
Oh,
He was literally dragging me away
Yeah.
as I was asking the question.
Persephone is not here, but something that I said just in your general direction.
Yes, only for me to know and no one else to know.
No one else needs to know that
No
I
You
one
guys-
else knows
that I
you
can
guys
summon
other things.
magical creatures that do not possess free
grab
will.
Persephone's wrist and like, come on, girl, let's go find fish.
There's fish.
Honestly, but I don't see why I wouldn't just have Cassiopeia.
I don't know.
No, I mean-
just to not fly around, I guess.
She's a horse.
Yeah, I mean, she can also
She
horse.
has legs.
Just next to the air.
That's crazy.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see anything random, either celestial, common, elvish, giant, or infernal anywhere around?
Can also
Can't
Are you
just
trying to
resummon
use
her?
one of your abilities?
No, I just want to do a perception check, see if I can find any type of writing that
Brother.
I can read in any
Oh,
language.
language.
Yeah,
Okay.
just use the
Okay.
language.
Oh.
I know.
no.
I was like, hold on. This
Weird
is
habit.
literally my whole character gimmick.
Yeah, I was like,
That was when you were in the swamp. As
Okay.
far as,
No,
as far as
I
I
know
know,
how to
that was
speak.
it.
I like to think
No,
that was kind of.
it-
Okay,
it's not-
hold on, guys. We're all talking over each other. People can't hear when that
Oh,
happens.
is that not helpful?
So, to answer your question, last session, Bond did say when questioned about that, he mentioned that we're in the swamp.
Okay, the swamp.
So it was kind of inferred that the area of the swamp, there was something going on there that did that.
I was hoping we had some backed up
Oh,
wild
that-
magic
with
that
our
we needed to
magic?
take
Yeah,
care of.
I forgot about that.
Anyway, okay, and going around. So you are looking around. You can roll a perception check.
Yeah, that's. I just wanted to see if I can see
Yeah.
anything in any of the
I
languages.
mean, I
right
assume
now.
that's kind of what I was doing too with my thing, so
So you
I
got it
didn't
away.
see shit.
19 in any of those languages.
Okay.
Oh, so you told me to
You
take a
actually
shot
don't
or
see
like a
any
light or what?
recognizable writing.
Door we can find.
Right.
Yeah, so I recall that in the session where we first met Bond, because of the wild magic surges and everything going on with everyone, I already had Cassiopeia out. So
Right.
I have her now, and
Oh, so she's been trailing behind the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
She
hold
got,
on,
like,
how
that
did
sound
Yeah,
you
no,
ride
no,
the dragon?
no, she went and honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, because Leon is smart enough to recognize
Mhm.
that fucking dragon.
Yeah.
Fly a lot faster than Cassiopeia.
right,
Cassiopeia would not have been able to keep up.
not keep up. However, if I recall the
But-
spell correctly, but I will check.
You can basically like
Just put her in your
pocket dimension and
yeah.
repull.
Let's
mean,
see.
You can have her now if that's what you want. Period.
Dismiss that as an action.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then
I would have to cast the spell again.
and that's fine, and you can do that.
All right. I sure hope I can do it.
No,
can't.
no, you
No,
can't.
fuck you. In fact,
No, I'm just saying you can
Christ,
have her
off.
back, but she would not have been able to keep up.
Yeah, no, that
His fly speed is way up.
So I guess me and Poe went into the closest building.
So yeah, she's here now, and I'm like, she can also walk.
holy shit.
Bro, do
Cassiopeia.
be force.
So
I'm
now
only
going
two fly.
going to you two, you get to the door. You're in front of this door.
I know we're going in.
Okay, so you attempt to open the door.
Gotta break the first rule of the city.
Seems to be
Try
locked.
pushing, not pulling.
Yeah, okay, then I will try pull as she
Somebody
says
seems
that.
to be locked.
Poe do
Nothing?
this. Or is
Okay,
anyone
and then
gonna
I'm going to
stop him?
start knocking.
You're gonna start knocking.
Hello, do you have fish? We are here for the fish.
While that's going on, anything you're doing in particular?
Leon, I believe we should go looking for the rod. Whatever fish they're looking for does not seem to be of interest to me.
Are you sure we should split up from the rest of the group?
I kind of look at the two of them banging on a door for fish.
Okay, I'm not banging on the door.
Do you want to bring them with us, or do we want to gather them later?
Well, what of
How
Bjorn
loud are
and
you speaking?
Thorbrick?
Loud enough that if you wanted to listen, you could.
No, we should do this instead. What of Bjorn and Thorbrick?
I mean, if they want to come, they can.
I'm near
They're
you.
right
guys.
Out again.
Bjorn's looking
I would
around like
imagine.
5 feet away,
Yeah, me and Born are just like,
taking in the surroundings.
Look at that.
All right, you know, I'll try and settle it like this. Poe, I bet there's better fish up by the rod.
Up to the rod.
yo, wait, what?
For something.
Yo,
Okay,
whose man's is this?
so
I suppose if you haven't washed it, might smell like fish.
so
Like
where,
you left after you knocked on the door,
That
and the door
damn dirty
opens,
rod.
and it's just filled with fish wall to wall. If only I had some customers.
so where are you guys headed?
Wherever.
So
Wherever
Yeah,
he
wherever
pointed,
gold
I guess.
point-
I imagine that this cool demon rod would probably be the source of like the break in the mountain or some kind of thing with this weird volcano.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and just like direct us up towards the most important looking
I'm
thing.
sorry, I missed. There's a volcano here.
You're in a caldera.
Oh, okay.
We're literally in a
Well, you're actually
I
going.
missed the
You're basically
important
going
part.
up the side of
Yeah.
a partially broken down
Got.
volcano where like 1/4 of it, basically that entire quarter has like been like there was an eruption at one point and it just collapsed down one way. You're kind of in that, walking up towards the actual caldera itself.
Yeah, when he says that, Bjorn is gonna say, "Let's make haste then, so we can get out of this cursed realm," and start just power walking towards the direction you pointed in.
As we all start walking, I'm gonna like pat your back. This realm's not all that bad.
I ignore the pat and I just walk.
Your home sucks.
Okay. So, as you are walking up
Jen, more whiskey, please.
up the slightly inclined grade of this side, kind of winding your way through some of the streets. The further you get away from that main gate, the more movement you see, and you start to see some of the inhabitants of this city. There are clearly, as you see, some Eladrin walking around, some other elves or sylvan or fey heritage
Fairy tale creatures.
Some are clearly small winged ones, pixies or fairies. You're not exactly sure. Yes.
I would like to keep my eye out for any furbolgs that I see walking.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Nah, they all gone. They up and left.
18, 19, 20, 21.
You see a couple out of, as again, more and more people as you're moving up through seem to be out and about. Most of them, especially with that perception check while you're looking, you do notice a couple of fearbolt. But one of the things that you notice in particular is that these people are, no one's like just boldly walking around like they own the joint. Everyone seems to have their head on a swivel. They are sticking to shadows. They are very cautious, is what you can get out of it. Everyone seems to be like that. And then, with that perception check, one of the things you also notice, there seem to be these figures that are cloaked in all black. It's almost like they are wearing black robes with hoods, but the robes and hoods seem to be created out of some kind of shadowy mist, not like a physical fabric, but it's almost clinging to them like such. And they are, you cannot see their faces as the cowls of these shadowy hoods hang down low enough that you cannot see their hands, as they seem to be kind of enrobed and closed up. They just seem to be walking around, and every person that you see seems to be doing their best to avoid these things.
Can I copy paste and try to blend in with the locals?
So there's dudes that have like ropes that's made of.
Okay, yeah, okay, that was.
You got the mentors
Dude,
doing their
basically,
thing.
don't go near them. Just ignore them and just try to
Don't
get out
fuck
of their
with
way.
them.
Yeah,
Don't fuck
they're
with
basically like you touch them, you die.
Oh,
Did you
But I
get
definitely gotta give me
inspiration for these kind of guys from anything in particular?
So
No, listen,
and so we see this as
I mean-
we're walking through, yeah.
I wouldn't say inspiration. I'm just, based on what is something I created, I was like, I think that's how I'm going to describe them.
I would like to approach one of the furbolgs that seems like they're staying out of the way, but I just want to approach one of
Okay.
my people.
So, you see down, kind of hanging out in one of the offshoot side streets, more of an alley really than a street. It's not very wide. The buildings there are together, and again, the shadows just seem to cling to everything around here, with eerie lights of various colors, kind of dim but illuminating only certain portions. But this
That's not how it
alleyway,
works.
where the buildings are barely 5 feet apart, there is a Firbolg sitting there, and you noticed him because you noticed the curl of smoke from a pipe, and then that caught your eye, and you looked over, and it's a Firbolg, and he seems to be dressed in mostly gray and black leathers. leaning up against the wall, kind of in the shadows. As you approach him, what do you say?
So, how long have you been here?
A little bit bold calling me friend.
Well,
Just-
it's scarce seeing our kind around here.
Around here?
Just anywhere in general.
I think this is where you
Anywhere
all
in
come
general.
from.
And we usually just travel in herds.
Obviously not from this city.
You said it.
But I am from the Feywild.
Like there.
Just eating
And
grass.
so are many. But you're not from this city.
So,
What brings you here?
looking for something in particular.
Really? Something in particular. I might be able to help with that.
Depends how much it's going to cost me.
The hell's
It's
the
going to
stranger?
cost as much as it's going to cost. Depends on what it is you're looking for.
We're looking for a strange artifact of sorts.
You're in the Feywild. You
Let's-
gotta be more specific.
Let's just say it's more on the demonic side.
You're in the Feywild. You gotta be more specific.
I'll tell Persephone to come over.
I just imagine it's a
give me a
fucking
moment.
like
Persephone,
Fallout
come here.
NPC repeating the same fucking dialogue.
I'll
Welcome, traveler. How are you today?
This dialogue option has like speech 54 next to everything.
I'll tell Persephone describe what we're
Tone it up
looking for
D&D.
to our
Speech 22.
this gentleman right here. Doesn't have to be very specific, but generalized.
Insert description here.
Demon rod.
Rod 101.
Okay.
I thought you would have described
Boiling
it in
in
more
red and
detail.
black
You know,
veins.
how familiar you are with rods.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
don't want to bore you with all the
It
details.
may in fact be throbbing, you know.
Oh no.
Actually, it probably is.
Oh, with those red and black veins, yeah.
Oh, hello. Do you have a
That sounds like you need to get that
Into
checked
the
out.
ground.
No, you gotta get
Yeah.
that checked out at a
I need
doctor.
to find a pulse.
Technically, you don't, but from your background, I
I'm
think
like,
I've read.
Stands up
sure
to
it would
these
make
days.
sense.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things like you don't officially do it on your character, but we did anyway. Okay, just making sure.
Is that
Um,
rod pulsating,
as-
sir?
As you kind of get dragged over to this shadowy corner, what are the rest of you guys doing? Or
Chilling
this-
with that guy.
I am still walking towards where Gold pointed out initially.
Yeah, same.
So you guys are kind of just walking away
Just
from
trucking
it?
along.
I'm not. I fucking
I mean,
see
yeah,
those two walk off.
if
I'm
they-
kind of like hanging out by the corner.
Yeah.
I'm walking with purpose.
Okay.
I'm gonna chill with the majority of the
Okay.
group.
So
Just kind of like whistle, like, hold up.
so you guys kind of hold up. These two are over in this little alley, talking to this other dude over
This
here.
individual.
Hello, dude.
This particular individual named not sure. All right, so as you get up there, give me a perception check.
That's also a good dice roll.
14, I think. I don't think I have a plus on my
Rolling like a
perception.
fucking champion.
I do not.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
Jen's
14.
fucking killing it right
14's good enough.
4 nat 20s and
Because
Three
this is
nat
your
20s, rolling
wheelhouse.
14.
you notice.
She's rolling like
This-
Oscar.
Well, yeah, but you notice actually on the wall of this structure that this guy's leaning against, next to what looked like a couple semi broken down crates on there, there is a symbol carved into the wall right near him that is in Thieves' Camp.
They
And
can't what?
exactly.
I can't stand your bullshit.
Roll percentile.
Get inspiration.
No, you get
Would you
to
like
roll.
the ball of destiny?
I'm gonna trust these dice this
All
time.
right, so
Dice. That's what the plural of die is. Dice.
Dices.
yeah,
dice.
so you see that that symbol.
Well, it's
And
not
it's-
69, but it is 29.
Okay. Only 40 away.
Only 40 away.
Okay.
Awesome.
You see that, and
I will have some of you.
you get
I'll take
the
in the rock.
Just a little
opinion and the impression
Or yet.
that
That's good.
maybe this guy might have something to do with that.
Alright. Can I say the secret code phrase that every thief.
Well, there's not necessarily a secret code phrase, but I mean, you could try to communicate in Thieves' Camp. That's
Yeah,
secret code,
yeah.
That
So
was the
just
worst M&M
talk-
interpretation.
talk. What are you
I've ever
trying to
heard.
get across?
I guess in thieves can't. I will
Don't know what that's
say, seems like you got some more interesting
Maybe they
stuff
can't
going
find the
on here
rat.
than this adventure of mine.
Thank you, baby.
What do you mean?
I nod towards the symbol.
And he looks back at you, and he brings his hands up, and you notice his fingers move in a particular way. That again, it's part
Yeah,
of
translate the things I
part,
can
part,
understand.
yeah, part of thieves can, and
Just this.
he basically says is asking you. He's like,
Pinky down.
you're not from the city, but
Disrespect.
you know the ways. Prove it.
Can I try to have pickpocketed something from him during that conversation?
I like where you're going with it. Give me a sleight of hand.
She's over here
I
being
really
bored as
thought
fuck
I had
right
a
now.
higher plus to that.
This is when the nat 20s need to come in clutch.
Uh-huh.
Trying to pickpocket his rod.
17.
There you go.
Fucking
Beat him
kill
by one. Okay, you got something of his.
I hold his wallet in my hand.
Excuse me.
He goes.
his library.
He just reaches out and snatches it back real quick. He's like,
I somehow took his underwear off of him in the conversation.
Fucking
wearing it.
pirate.
You've been wearing it on your head for the last 5 minutes.
It's weird you wear a thong.
Yeah, but he
It says
he-
you're a
he
natural
snatches
blonde.
it back from you. And I just added these
How
to
old
it.
is this picture?
But he
Sees
snatches it
one
back from
blonde
you and
hair
he
in it. Oh, I guess.
and he
you are.
goes, all right. What is it you get? And he's speaking in common. What exactly is it you guys need? Just refresh my memory.
But now he's listening. Oh, really? Thanks.
Bjorn is looking puzzled and seeing you all talking to this furball.
Mm-hmm.
And how big is the furball?
About
He's
inside
probably
the
about
collar.
6'5".
Okay,
Herbert?
sorry. so
That's
that-
really short for a furball.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I'm on
yeah,
the
but
taller side.
he's actually
How
kind of
tall are you?
lanky and just he's
I wrote it down.
kind of skinny.
He's
motherfucker.
around. Got it.
17.
Poe's gonna lean over to Bjorn. Do you think that's Torbert's brother?
Not
That is
sure.
so racist.
So we're looking for
Oh, you can't
Rod.
say that.
Okay, what?
Yeah. No, God, no. What the fuck?
You're gonna
They're
walk
cousins.
up to an elf and
All right.
another elf
Yeah,
and
you-
say,
Okay,
"Oh,
hold, hold up, guys. Come on. So,
Freaking knife ears over here.
are you my brother?"
Actually, it's
one, why?
Hmm.
Two,
Yeah, I feel like that's on a need to know basis.
two. I'm gonna need more description than that.
All right, because it's been a
What-
minute for Jen.
What's your purpose?
Well,
What are you really after?
I just told you it's the
A
rod.
big
You-
rod.
So you just want this thing and that's it.
So I don't know if you noticed this. Tiefling. So
Duh.
yeah. It's
Not
kind of
like I haven't seen enough of you guys around.
Yeah. It's got some shit to do
now
with
that's
it,
racist.
but it's
Yeah.
fine.
My furbolg is like 8'1". 8'1", 8'2".
It
Bro,
seems
you're like
to be
twice my size.
leaking
I'm pretty
through
sure they
the
cap at 8
realm.
because after that you become a.
No,
At an
it's 7 to 10
inconvenient
feet
rate.
is how big a furbolg
Okay,
is.
no, not 10
No,
feet.
it's
They
Okay.
go to
You are
7
guys-
to maybe
guys-
3. Sorry.
Okay, let's where Stephanie have her time here.
I
guys.
apologize. I didn't.
It's all good. So
Seems to be
give me
leaking
an
through.
insight check.
Well, that's a
Oh.
Um,
That's fine.
all right.
Oh yeah, 8
Uh,
feet. Okay. I was looking at it different.
Gold's only 4.9.
He says,
Small.
I just imagine
I
like that
can't
meme
do any-
where like Freeze looks at Goku's abs.
anything important for you guys.
Jeez.
Well, but I'm
If
sure
you
know
want
someone who
some
can.
real information, you're gonna have to talk to the boss.
Punch in the
Load.
face.
He said, "Walk in."
You're gonna have to talk to the boss.
Furbolg shit and pellets.
How long
Setting
you
up a
in
dinner.
town?
As long as I need to be, I guess. Here to set up a date.
He reaches into a small pouch.
Realize there's just nothing there. I already have it in my hand.
No, he had that one.
God damn.
He,
This is a
he,
rogue off?
he pulls out
I'm not even a rogue.
he pulls out what looks like a little wooden square, about maybe like 1/4 inch thick and about inch by inch. Pulls it. It's like a little token of some kind. Pulls it out, and he just kind of tosses it at you. And he says, "Take that to the Broken Spire. Stay there. We'll contact you."
Can I, from across the street, since I can read lips, just yell, preferably we don't want to wait that long.
Ignore him, it's fine.
Your compatriots are a bit nosy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, it's a habit. I can read everything you're saying.
I'm sorry.
Can
I don't know
mage
that guy.
hand
I
slap
too
him?
am in this episode.
Dick.
See, I couldn't see what you said there. You got me.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
Turns
Well
around with
played.
the Pinocchio nose.
Okay.
Nosy?
So he says,
So yeah, mage hand slapping them.
so he says, "Be careful around here."
Yeah.
How do you get to the Broken Spire?
He gives you some directions and says, "I advise sticking to the back alleys."
Got it.
And he kind of looks around the corner. "Avoid those bastards." Pointing to one
Yeah,
of
it was
the
like,
shadowy figures.
Which
Do we-
I already
bastard?
clocked him as soon as we came in.
Do we
Yeah,
all
I
hear
had seen
this,
that.
or is it just?
No, I think it's just a
we're gonna relay everything when we get together.
Bjorn is walking over by
Imagine
this point,
as
though.
the
Mhm.
main guy
Saying, "What's the
talking, I'm
holdup?"
just whispering like to you guys
We
everything
have a
that he's
plan.
saying.
Just making
Mhm.
plans.
And then he,
Oh,
I'm using my elf ears to
he's like,
listen.
"You guys are going to
That's
draw
racist.
too much
No, I'm
attention.
saying that's what you would do.
Yeah.
I'm out."
Because you're listening.
Uh-huh.
Before you go, something for
You're
your troubles.
lip
And I
reading.
give him
Yeah.
a tiny little flask.
Because of my observant feet. Because I'm a
You'll
spy.
like it.
Don't drink it all at once.
He sticks it, through his little belt loops, and he's like, "The boss will be in touch." And he kind of heads down the alley and disappears into the shadows.
We'll regroup with.
I would actually exclusively like to not necessarily regroup in a big public setting like this and stick to some of the back alleys and avoid the Dementors.
Okay?
What's
So,
going on?
out of character, do you want to go to the back alley and then
Oh.
just call them in?
Yeah, but that's fine.
I
I feel like
forgot.
we shouldn't all
I didn't
regroup in
relay
the middle
that
of
part.
town when he
The
just said, hey,
guys who
everyone's
are
a little
patrolling the
sketch.
street, we're not supposed to interact with them or there's something bad will happen.
That's basically what the dragon said. Don't cause trouble with the authorities.
Bjorn,
I'd
We
like-
weren't. We were walking towards the Rar.
why is the spire broken?
Why is anything broken?
Have you ever heard of ED?
I'm assuming,
Okay.
I'm assuming you went
Is
to the right way.
that Mr. Ed?
I will go with Persephone around the corner of the alley, and then I'll just wave them over before we discuss anything.
So, you have directions on where to go. I assume that's where you decide to head to. Okay, so as you are heading in that direction, I'm going to need some stealth checks from you guys.
Oh, those are what I'm
But-
good at.
Before we do that, we are going to go ahead and take our break.
All right.
So we're going to take a break real quick here. As always, just a reminder to everyone, if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can donate Twitch bits or you can do super chats to have an effect on the game. So feel free to have those come in, and the more you donate, either Twitch bits or super chat, the crazier we will get with it. We're not going to do anything that completely breaks the game, but we'll get damn close. So have some fun with it, and we'll catch you in just about 10 minutes.
All righty. Are we not?
We are now.
Yeah,
Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, we're all psycho. You may have not heard that, but unfortunately, I had to hear it. I had to hear all of that. I was also
Bro, you should
participant.
have like I'm not the one putting up with it.
Yeah, I
What are
know.
you rolling, honey?
I had stealth roll.
Oh yeah, she.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's bad.
Yep, that is true.
Bad.
Everyone
Bad.
What a
stealth.
stealthy character.
Oh,
As I
you
rolled,
rolled
the same
it.
fucking
You rolled it to
number.
be better though.
We both rolled 3s.
This
honey.
is
Good.
this is a group stealth check.
17.
Oh, we're fucking you all over.
Sorry guys.
Yep,
I
17.
got an 18.
The one time
still
that
a
Leon
little
rolls
bit,
bad on stealth. Rolled a nat
You're,
1.
hold on, you're not.
You motherfucker!
3
So
plus
that's a
8's 11.
13.
Daniel,
You're plus
Get in
higher
here.
than mine.
Because I'm a
quit
fucking
fucking around with Harvey.
Cute.
Bro,
Ranger,
that's
dude.
my
We
whole
need you to roll a
thing,
stealth roll.
though.
Your whole thing's
Oh, we're back.
bad.
Oh yeah, we're
So
back.
far, listen.
Fuck.
18, 17, nat 1, 8, 8.
Well,
I was
you
gonna
still
say,
get
can
the
I
bonus.
No,
Can I purposely
11,
fail?
8.
No,
11, 8. Wow.
13.
We doing
That's no fucking
great.
good. Holy shit.
Can I have
Hold on,
advantage
what was
if
your
I
nat
have
one?
my-
13.
hold on.
17.
Okay,
I
So-
fucking hate expertise.
you had 8. You had
Shouldn't
8.
exist.
He's got
8, 11.
11. What'd you have, Poe?
17.
18. No.
You had 17.
Was it 17?
Yeah, 17
Yeah,
for
17. Sorry.
13.
you. 18.
17.
Nat 1, bear in mind.
I wanted to fail
Damn.
automatically. He wouldn't let me.
Oh, you should have said, "Can I take a 10?"
I said, can I fail? And he said no.
You asked to
I
take
feel
a
like
10.
you
No.
can always choose to fail
No.
something.
No.
I feel like you can though.
Can I do disadvantage?
That's
He's
what,
stomping around.
Well, actually, you absolutely can try and
Hey,
fail.
look, if you want to fail, if you want to be loud, you can be loud.
I was gonna say.
Did the party make it known
But you
to
still
Bjorn
you still have to roll to see
that we're sneaking?
to see where it ends up.
I mean,
Just grab a garbage
Because
can lid.
it's
yeah.
whether or not it is a critical fail or not, because I'm not going to have you automatically critical fail no matter what you do.
Okay.
So
Well,
if you want to roll again, basically at disadvantage, and take the lower score, I will let you.
Or take a 10.
10. I
Okay.
got an 8 plus
He
2.
did. He took a 10.
Okay. You guys are moving through some of these back alleys, attempting to stick to the shadows, and make as little noise as possible. You are, in general, making your way up the incline towards the actual caldera. Even with being in the back alleys, you notice that the foot traffic is increasing. There are more and more people that seem to be out and about. And you hear more and more noise, more activity. You also do see, as you're walking, kind of past some of these larger streets and stuff, there are more of these creatures out and about. There are also more people. And again, they're not, approaching them and going, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" and shaking their hands. But they're not like, giving them wide berths or everything. They're just, they're in and amongst the crowds.
They're just kind of like forming around them like you would.
Yeah,
like
it's kind of like, giving a little bit of space, but not like, oh shit, everyone back out, but they're giving them some space. And occasionally, in fact, I will give all of you perception checks if you wish. If you don't wanna, you don't have to.
21.
Poor thing.
Oh, darn, 21.
Fuck off.
Check my fucking.
15.
16.
Oh, sorry. I just put them all in.
Oh, so you got a 1 up me now.
I'm
Well-
sorry, what was the check?
Perception.
Perception.
9.
Whoa, what did you roll in that one?
15, but I have a side thing too.
Okay. Leon, what'd you get?
16.
Oh, no, sorry, that'd be a 10. My bad.
Oh, cool. So everyone did get it. Or 10 was the target number.
I literally have to roll in that 1 to fail.
Oh, nice. But 10 was the target number on this one. It wasn't super hard to notice because these guys do stand out, at least to you guys, because they just seem to be kind of ominous. But you do see some of them as you're making your way through this. And this has been like about an hour of moving through. Some of them seem to be like interacting with other people and things like that. And you notice, those of you who had an 18 or higher, notice that those interactions, the things that are not the shadowy creatures, seem to not be too happy about having to deal with them. They look a little bit frightened, a little bit worried. In fact, did anyone have over a 22?
No.
No, not this roll, buddy.
I got a 21. Is
You got a
that close
21.
enough?
Actually, yeah, I will give it to you.
It's within 3.
Yeah,
Just
I will.
three.
I will give it to you. 21's close enough. I'll give it to you. You notice that in one of those interactions, that not only is that person a little bit scared, but they're like digging through a coin purse and they're like shelling out money, and they seem to be like, yeah, just fucking take it.
I'm gonna tell. Well, I think these ghost things are shaking down the citizens for money.
On our
Do you
Yeah,
know what
your side
money they
thing.
use here?
yes,
Persephone.
on our
Couldn't
general
see.
walking adventure,
Mhm.
I specifically want to be on the lookout for any other thievy, sketchy shit to either hop in on or just be paying attention to on the way.
That shit looks sketchy as fuck.
Well, yeah. I'm specifically focusing on
Looking on,
stuff like that to
like,
get like
thieves and
general
stuff.
vibes and
Yeah.
more other info.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you. I hear you.
Bastard. Not you.
Where is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Fucker.
Okay, so as you're going through, again, about an hour of moving up into, it takes you yet another. Yes.
Did I happen to see? It was a little ways off, I assume, but did I see what type of anything that could identify this currency? Like, could I describe it? Or did it just look like coins?
It just looked like some kind of coinage. You're not exactly sure.
That's what I described
But
to you.
one of the things you did notice as you're looking at all this is, like I said, the main streets and everything are getting busier and busier. There's more and more people. After about another half hour, 45 minutes, so it's been almost, I say, an hour and a half to almost 2 hours of kind of making your way through the back streets, all the way up through, going through the boys, the back street, going up this incline. You finally kind of feel that the land has flattened a little bit more, and you realize that, okay, I guess we're in the caldera proper, and this now seems like a quote-unquote normal bustling city. However, there is definitely an undertone of some kind of oppression. And you all get the feeling that these shadowy creatures are involved with that.
Yeah, they're shaking
and-
down the people.
And even the regular people. One of the things you notice as you're kind of getting up into this area is you come across what seems to be one of maybe, you don't know how this city seemed huge. You don't know how many there are, but this is like a market area. You were looking for shops. There's definitely shops here. There's no signage that really gives it, but you can tell by the activity because you see what look like some carts. And in these carts, you actually see what appears to be some weird, like, hippo person.
All I know is if there's no fish, this man's gonna throw a riot.
Yeah, there's this weird hippo person at this fairly large cart, and he is dressed in brown and green and black leathers and cloth pantaloons as well. He's got a big apron on him, and he is chopping up some kind of meat. There's some blood splatter from this everywhere. You don't know what it is, but he's chopping that up and he's setting it out like that, and there's some transactions going.
Humanoid or
It's
Perception check.
Could you say that he's a
Percy.
Could you say he's a hungry hippo?
that's
He might be
an 8, I think.
an 8. I mean, no,
Okay.
you're not sure.
Cool.
perception.
But he's doing that. You also notice over on probably about 10 feet away from him, in kind of a corner of next to a building, there's some people that seem to be playing some kind of dice game out in the open, and one of them during this seems to get pretty upset, and you're not sure because of the amount of people moving around, but you're pretty sure you saw one of them pull out a knife and stab the other. in broad
Oh,
twilight.
I didn't know we were
Bet
in
you the other guy
Britain.
was really.
Yeah,
bet you-
and
boy, bro, you got a license for that.
got my knifing license. So
Are
voice-
we considered dim light?
this is twilight. It's always dim light.
Perfect.
That damn light.
You- yeah.
So we just saw someone get stabbed, right?
You think so, but there's
Only
so
probably.
much going on, and in fact,
Sore
you
loser.
you do notice it's not hard. It takes you a little bit for your minds to process it, but the shops around here, there's all sorts of stuff that, well, for you, some of it is like, okay, that's normal.
Yeah.
But even for you, and especially for the rest of you who are from the prime material plane,
Yes.
a lot of the stuff that you're seeing that's out there for sale, that's like stuff people would be thrown in jail for and the key tossed
Okay,
or
yeah,
melted
so
down.
That hippo's definitely
It's
telling him
bad.
then.
And there's shady deals happening in every little area that you see. There is arguments happening, outright fights, and every once in a while these shadowy figures get involved. And I need perception checks from everyone.
Not like the law, but
That's
like
a 25.
they're more corrupt.
Yeah, we rolled a 13.
Dirty.
I
20.
rolled a 2.
15.
He said
I
perception.
took a 10.
Mm-hmm.
10.
15.
So I heard a 20 and a 25.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that's fine.
Close.
Dirty 20 and a 25, and then Poe's got.
What is that? 4?
4, so 10.
You two.
Shit.
You two notice that in one of the disputes between these variety of creatures, the majority of them that you see here seem like they have some kind of sylvan or elvish descent, whether they are Eladrin, half elf, or full elf. Majority of them seem that way, but there are also all manner of things like fairies, pixies, firbolgs, tieflings.
You know
there-
that
there's pretty much this seems to be some kind of melting pot.
you know that scene in
Oh, no.
Shrek 2 where you walk into that like bar for evil
Yes.
villains? That's
Yeah.
what I'm picturing
This is
right now.
exactly
Shrek 3.
this is exactly it. You are 100% on the nose.
That's where the
Okay.
finds Puss in Boots.
That's
Yeah,
That's
actually
Shrek 3.
no, that's
Sure.
Jen.
No, you're
Well,
right. That's
that's
Shrek.
Yeah, that was
They
actually one of the
encounter
inspirations.
Puss in Boots in the woods.
Yeah, no, he's
And then
right.
they go
So
back.
you know what? I'm gonna give you inspiration for that.
Yeah, no,
because
that's right.
to
Guys,
pick that.
The intro song in that movie was "At My Wedding." It's my wedding song. I know.
No,
Shrek.
no, you're right. I was
Calm down,
just thinking Shrek
Fiona.
3.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm Shrek.
hey, Fiona was a redhead.
Do I get to
Yeah.
be donkey?
Sure.
Donkey.
That'd actually be Brandon.
Then what am
Yeah.
I? Am I Gingy?
Does that make me Puss in Boots because I'm only Latino that you know?
You didn't show up to my wedding. You're not
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah.
Puss in
I
Boots.
thought Puss in Boots was
Am I
French.
Gingy?
No, he's Hispanic. It's
I-
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
I don't
No, I'm
even want to
not.
know what I am. All right. Okay, so
You're one of the 7 dwarfs.
no, I was the officiant. I'm not one of them.
You're grumpy.
No, he's literally the priest in the first
Oh,
movie who
God.
actually officiates the wedding.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
Us together
Anyway,
Wait, does it make him the magic mirror?
no.
today.
Okay, so as I was saying, so what you two notice is that there is an altercation, and one of these shadow creatures seems to interject themselves into this altercation, and you notice it reaches out to the one that appears to be the aggressor, and you can't see a hand from underneath the cuff of this robe, this shadowy robe thing. You can't see the hand, but what you do see is the effect as this what appears to be a half elf is grabbed, and you start to see their skin like collapsing in as if all of the moisture is being drained from their body.
So it is a dementor.
I got flashbacks.
Naughty boys get touched by the raisin maker.
That sounded
You know
like,
what? I like that inspiration.
that sounded like it came out of like a 90s movie.
So,
But-
Jason, would
That
this be
and all
more
the
akin
adventures
to the
can turn into
way that
crazy.
Alpha had treated their foes? Yeah.
I'm gonna give you inspiration for picking that up.
What did you say? Repeat that.
You're
Must find fish.
you remember Alpha, how they would use the blight spell on people?
Mm-hmm.
That.
So they're fungus people, kind of thing.
So this is
Fungoids.
the kind of things you are seeing here. The other thing you notice is that as you've been moving up and eventually into this caldera, that the buildings are getting taller. You've moved from mostly single story with some 2-story buildings. It was starting to get into some single story to more 2-story and occasionally a 3-story. And now you are into an area in the main caldera. You see that most of the buildings around here are at least 2-story. Some of them are 4-story. You even see a couple 5-story buildings in as you're coming into the caldera. And one in particular, you notice actually with your high 25 perception, you see, you're estimating it is probably a good 500 feet away from you, but you can actually see sticking out over some of the other buildings what looks to be a very tall building. You're not exactly sure how many stories, but it's got to be 6 or 7.
Does it look like a broken
But it looks
spire
like it
too?
could have been even taller, except the top is broken off. It's clearly a jagged edge like it was supposed to be.
Hey, yo, guys.
Broken spire.
I think that
Hold on, what
spire's
was
a little
what did you
broken.
just do? Oh, you
To
actually
the broken spire! Away!
No.
Play it cool.
I did not. No.
Yeah, it was. You never use your left hand.
Also, hold on. Do I have any money?
I didn't cross my chest either.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think the only
Yeah,
people that
no
have the,
spectrum.
the
To answer your question, sure.
most money people here is
Sure.
probably gold and maybe me
I have
or.
some-
Oh no, it is 1,000% me.
Is,
Well, no, I'm talking.
is
I'm talking in
there-
pecking order.
is
It
there
goes you,
anything
then me or Leon.
exciting
Oh, no, I was
that
sorry, I was
would
talking
be
about money.
interested
I
in
don't know what we're
purchasing
talking
Gold's loaded as
How
shit.
much
from
money
the
people have?
black market.
I do not have that much money.
So
How much do you think
Gold
I
is
have?
loaded.
that
you and then-
is an excellent question. You would actually have to look around and
Black
see.
market
How much money
shopping
do you think I have?
time.
You would
No,
actually have to
no
look around and
shopping.
see.
I do
So-
that.
500.
No.
Yeah, because you wasted them all on that big fight.
I didn't waste
I
it.
look
I do actually
What are
kind
you-
of want to go shopping.
what are
for
you
the
looking
Feywild.
I spent most of it on Sam
Cool
Wishbone.
It doesn't have to be this episode.
That's right.
cool
Identified.
ones.
That's right.
Like
Shopping
magically.
montage.
Say
Yeah.
goodbye to the rest
Okay.
of the
I
session.
imagine the
Oh,
Feywild
God.
was a good spot to get
And
some
the
magic
next
shit.
Maybe. Yes.
Sorry, well, shopping's being brought up. Is there an ironwood bow?
All right, is that what you're looking for?
That sounds dope as fuck. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else looking for anything in particular?
I would also like
I'm
to.
looking for a rod, a demonic rod.
Yeah, I said wand. I'm not too far off. the
What about
It's
you?
just a little
Albrecht?
wand, the fucking rod we need just casually in like the
I want
wand
to see if I
shop.
can find a new bow staff.
Okay.
This group is very easily distracted.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
gearing
am
up.
going to
Oh wait, hold on.
search out.
Hold on, let me guess. Let me guess. Fish.
Yes. No, I'm going to
Ironwood fish.
start searching out the ring of spell storing.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do is for each of your requested items, I'm gonna give you a percentage chance,
Oh, he's doing this.
and I'm gonna have
There
you
you go.
roll
I'm not good at that.
percentile.
Yeah.
So before you don't get ahead of yourself,
I'm just looking
you're
at
gonna
it.
go around the table.
Shit.
Can I keep my roll?
So yeah, I'll let you keep your roll. Jen, go ahead and roll a percentile.
That's
Oh,
a
33 or 53.
53.
Okay. So, what one item are you looking for in particular?
Specifically.
Deck of many things.
Just
Chris-
the cloak will
Merry
probably
Christmas.
be more helpful.
What kind of cloak?
I'm not getting the deck.
I like the idea of the shadowy cloak that the Dementors are wearing.
Okay.
So something along those vibes.
Okay.
Or like Cloak of Resistance.
And what did you get again?
Or 53 sounds
Okay.
correct.
It is.
You find a shop that does have what look like some kind of cloaks and stuff like that, but nothing that resembles exactly that.
Well, no, but I mean something just.
You could steal
There's
it.
a couple
I
different.
thought about
you
it.
could
I
kill
really
one.
did.
There's a couple different
Yeah, good luck.
ones,
Don't get raised in
but
the fire.
you're. I mean, it
Yeah,
depends
it's
on
fine,
exactly
just
what you're
don't get
looking for.
I have no armor.
I usually don't.
So
Okay.
anything is helpful.
Okay. So
Remember, no means
you're at this shop. This is actually one of the shops that is inside a building. So you actually had to go into through a door into a building. It is small. It is probably half the size of this room.
That's fine.
So you're looking at probably like 10 by 10. It's relatively small. It's crowded with a bunch of stuff. Mostly there's some cloaks, there's some shirts, there's some things. Some of it might be magical, some of it definitely is not, but there's a variety. It's interesting materials, some of it for sure.
Yeah, the magical ones.
Well, like what?
I
There's a
I'm
shopkeep there.
looking. Yeah, I mean, can I?
There's a shopkeep there.
Hi, what can you tell me about these magical cloaks or cloaks in general?
Preferably.
Thank you.
Words are hard.
Preferably.
Muchas, please.
Preferably.
Yeah.
Well, tell me what you're looking for.
I'm like, I see that, and I point out to the window at the Dementor dude. Something like that would be pretty dope. Girls get a dream, right?
Give me a persuasion check.
Can it be deception?
Yeah, I'll allow
I have a really high bluff.
Why'd you roll that die?
I don't know. That's not a good number. Hold on.
No, it's not.
Plus 9 is 15.
Okay. All right.
Probably, but I already rolled it. So I committed to my failures.
Womp, womp.
Let me see if I
Girls
can
got
find
a
it.
dream big.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I figure if anyone's got to have something like that, it's gonna be a. Is this a man or a
All right.
girl or?
This
Excuse
So what man?
no. You're not sure actually. This is
It's gonna
some
be a
creature.
big, strong individual like yourself,
What a
and I
golden.
No,
get a little flirty with him.
What this looks like. Let's see if I can get a
My
picture.
favorite thing in the movie is like
It's merman.
where they're like fucking playing some like Beach Boy song,
Okay.
spraying each other in gasoline.
It's.
This is what you see.
I know the song. Hold on, give me a second.
Whoa.
Not don't wake me up before you
Snake
go.
got
Yeah,
cookies
it is.
for
It
head.
is. It is.
Yeah.
I thought it was the vibe.
That is what
Those
you
are
see.
titties.
You're,
That thing had the big ass titties.
it doesn't. It's covered. It's wearing clothes, so you can't really tell.
Damn it.
What tactical advantage does titties on a snake offer?
Snake milk.
No tactical advantage.
That's where she keeps her poison. All right, get off.
But that
For
is
the
what
throw
you
the
see. You
pits.
do not know
Ah.
if this is male or female,
No,
but
it's in the bowls.
Or
No, they don't
someone
have
as
balls.
crafty
They're
as
inside.
you.
That was a
I
woman.
figured
Doesn't matter, they're
you might
inside.
have
So
the
you think?
The balls on the inside.
capability of obtaining something like that.
well, we have those two over there,
Must find fish.
and points at
Says,
a rack of different
Swamp
cloaks, and
panda.
in particular the two in the middle.
Look at those two.
That one there might be what you are interested in. However, it does
Right.
have a price.
They usually do.
Most things do.
Quite a high.
I'm very, very small.
Hey, let me get my wallet. Gold?
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Interesting.
It would be 35 sold.
Thank you.
See, I haven't been to the coin exchange in a minute.
You should probably go there.
Okay.
Just a smidge. The
Side
other one,
question
I am
to the DM.
afraid, is if you don't have 35, you definitely do not have 600.
Okay. DM question.
Yes.
Am I familiar with soul coins being a
Give me-
demon?
Give
Soul
me,
coins?
give me a history check.
What kind
At
of
advantage for you.
bullshit is this?
At advantage,
Mm.
that's a 17 and a cock die.
Well, what's the
That's a 17
Okay,
plus
so-
something. What check is that?
history?
That's a 18.
18. Okay. You know that in some realms, the abyss is definitely one of
Okay.
them.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
fact,
Huh?
in the abyss, they're actually
A fan.
more valuable.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, we were talking about something else.
effectively,
About-
soul coins, if you can find
How
someone
cute she
to
was.
exchange from currency in the prime material.
Oh, I assumed it was like a murder thing. I
No,
didn't
no,
think
no,
the
no.
exchange
Well,
rate was a real thing.
Well, it's if you can find
It's
someone
cash
to
rank,
exchange.
It's supposed to be.
It's
Cash
rare
rank.
to do that, but one
Lots
soul
of
coin is worth about 100 gold.
Mhm.
But typically the way that soul coins are acquired
Through
is
favors.
through murder.
Yeah.
And
That was
depending on who you murder,
Mhm.
some people are worth a lot of frickin' coins.
That's blood money.
But yeah, it's up to you.
Is there any way to cash in my old previous murder?
For 70, just kill me and you'll be a millionaire.
Oh, he wasn't worth much.
Quick
-6
question.
soul coins. What?
Oh, us money now?
Since we went through that labyrinth maze, has it been 2 days in world?
I think it's been
It's
one.
been
at
one.
least one.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
been one.
We left that. We found the dragon. We slept.
You
flew to
slept
the
and then
city.
you flew to the city.
Okay.
So I mean, if you sleep again, then yeah.
right in the middle of the road.
So that's what you end up.
That's
Now-
a legit question, though. Is there any way to like cash in old previous murders for soul coin? I don't know. Is it like a vending machine or?
No. So you have no soul coins.
See, I don't carry my wallet on me.
What currency do you have?
This boring gold.
Gold.
Yeah, I said boring.
Trivial.
We could work in bargains.
I do like favorites.
I'll be making deals willingly in the Feywild.
Yeah.
You see their hands come together, and it's almost like it's like partially webbed fingers
Yeah.
as they kind of put them together a little bit. A willing participant?
No, don't get many of those.
Are we all just like waiting outside
No,
the shop?
most
I guess
have
so.
most have soul
I think
coins.
we're all doing our own things while this is
But I did
happening
not hear it.
simultaneously.
Most have soul coins.
Ours is staying up a while.
What would you be willing to offer?
I guess what's worth 30 of those soul coins.
How about I kill you?
I thought about it.
Ask him how many soul coins he's worth, or she.
It. I'm waiting for an offer.
Giant titty snake lady.
I mean,
Snake.
Individual.
All right. Well, while you think about that offer, Zach,
I'd say about
Gold rolled what for his looking for an ironwood bow?
So it was a percentile. I rolled an 80.
It
I-
takes
I-
you a little. It takes you a little bit, but you do find one of the carts out there has a couple blades and things like that, and you just happen to walk by and you see, kind of hanging up, almost in the canopy. It's most people wouldn't notice it, but you kind of notice there is a bow there, and it does look a lot like the same kind of wood as the wall.
Functionally, I'm hoping it's like a +1 or +2 weapon.
Or I don't know. It's you'll
Oh,
have to-
we're gonna get to it. Don't worry. Keep going.
so it's there. What you see the the one running the booth.
I'm gonna like kind of lean into the guy who's running the booth. If I cast detect magic on that bow, are the little dudes running behind us gonna try and kill me or anything?
Yeah,
At least he's
you
honest.
fucking stupid.
This is my first time here. I'm just
Yes.
glad you answered
Which-
truthfully.
You're and what you're talking to a dark red skin tiefling male who has this guy looks like the atypical devil. I mean, like he's got that
The
black
nice
beard,
goatee,
yeah, the
devil.
goatee beard. I mean, like
From
like,
the Bible.
yeah, no, like like the stereotypical one you would see, like literally this is like a Halloween fucking
Yeah, no,
costume.
literally like
From
the
the
horned tail, the nice
Yeah,
elongated
and,
horn.
and he's just like, he's stupid. Yeah,
I'm not stupid. I'm just not from here,
I'm looking
which makes
through
me
my
stupid in this
notes.
situation.
mm-hmm.
I'm looking through my notes and I just wrote found a smut book.
I remember this. This is a great story.
Like, you interested?
I'm very interested. Ironwood's pretty strong.
It's very strong.
I'm gonna. If I pull out my bow, are they gonna try and kill me?
No.
I pull out my bow to like go. I'm looking for an upgrade, and that looks like an upgrade to me.
What is your bow?
Just
Just a regular
just
bow.
the standard longbow that I got from session 1.
Okay.
Familial
Really?
bonds.
How much money you got?
I don't know how a currency works here, but I've got 12,000 gold, which makes me loaded in the prime-material plane.
12,000. Really?
I could buy several houses, yes.
You gotta be 12,000.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I could literally
don't
buy
really
a block in a
we
small
don't
town.
really go much for gold here. This would actually be about 10 soul coins.
You're safe.
But
Don't
I'll
go for
tell
gold.
but I'll tell you what. For 5,000, I'll take the hit.
Can I insight check this man to see if this is like a good deal or not?
Sure, go for it.
Percy knows
I'm
the
gonna
answer.
insight check the devil.
From the Bible.
That's a 15.
I'll take a hit from the random person I don't know. Not
Exactly.
from this plane.
What you can tell from this is that obviously he is gonna come out with the better of this deal.
But it's
but-
not a bad deal.
You're pretty sure that you're gonna get something that's a good item, but he's definitely upcharging.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and retort. You know, on good faith, I know you're kind of screwing me here a little bit. I'm going to accept this deal, and I'm going to reach out and shake my hand towards the little devil. But I tell you what, on repeat business, I want you to have a little more integrity with me. I'll be back, don't you worry.
I'm just saying, I'm upcharging, and I'll be honest about that, because the exchange rate that I'm gonna have to deal with sucks.
Then tell me how to get some soul coins. How about that?
Okay.
Persuasion check.
-1, baby. Let's see. That was not in the trait at all. 4.
He's like,
You with rods.
he's like, I can't give away all my secrets. Look, you can take the deal or not.
Well, I'm already taking the deal. That much is settled. This is in addition to that.
Like I said, can't give away all my secrets.
All right. Well, while I'm straddling the like ironwood bow to my back, I'm gonna go ahead and just listen. I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I've slain not quite greater demons, but on the
Who
cusp
hasn't?
of so. Well, if you talk in my experience, not quite a few, as they're not so common in my realm.
Bullshit. You ain't looking hard enough.
Oh, he just called you out. He called you.
Can I
Beat his ass.
Can I flex a little bit of my magic where I can literally sense motherfuckers? And just kind of like make it obvious that like I'm able to do this, so I can see every motherfucker who's around me.
Sure. So what's the ability?
That would be my primeval awareness ability, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
I sent your
What's
balls.
the range on that?
1 mile.
1 mile? It's 5 when you're in your favorite train, right?
Good question. What's the terrain here?
It's not
Yeah, I was like, I imagine.
You're in the
Not
Feywild. It's not
favorite.
your fucking favorite drink.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to remember right.
Everything.
Yeah.
pays.
So 1 mile.
Yeah.
And what are you looking for? You get to pick one of the options that is listed in.
Faye. Pick Faye.
No, no. Well, no. So it says, or I guess it does say or, not and.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Mhm.
That it's that's one I actually know.
All right, so I'll go ahead and say fiends,
Okay.
Ding, ding.
and I'm just gonna
In
like,
1 mile.
I'm gonna commonly just like, bloop.
Fiends in 1 mile.
Ding.
You cannot count the number in short order. You would literally have to go. But
Oh.
the best you can get is hundreds, maybe thousands.
At least 4 digits, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead just comically in front of him, just like act like I'm counting it out of my head. I'm not actually, but I'm just.
Mhm.
Two.
I was in front of him, literally slowly like do the number until I make the semicircle and
And
say,
he goes, "What are you, Rain Man?"
"No, I'm literally counting you guys." And then I like point in front of him halfway through the semicircle, and I just. There aren't this many of you where I'm from.
You ain't looking hard enough.
This guy fucks.
No, this guy doesn't fuck. He literally does not know anybody if this is the case.
Clearly, he doesn't know a fuck.
Regardless, I appreciate the business. I guess I'll find some
Anytime.
soul kinds and see you again.
And he says, "By the way, good purchase for me and you. You won't be disappointed with that. Definitely an improvement over what you had."
I'm gonna give a big old thumbs up. Pleasure doing business. See you around.
Anime character?
No, he's
No,
checking
Are you
he's
to see
looking
what
for
the
anything in
blast radius.
particular?
Yes, the
Chili
ring of spell storm.
Ring a spell story. Give me a percentile roll.
Oh. 59.
Once again, you find a place that does have some items that look intriguing. You are not sure if they have exactly what you want, but they definitely have some bracelets, some necklaces, some rings, and stuff like that. Some of them look like they're pretty cool. They might be magic. You don't know until you talk to the person behind the counter, or you know, or whatever. But there's some stuff there.
Can you
Yeah,
describe the person behind the counter to me?
Yes. What you happen to be looking at is an Eladrin of the summer season. She is absolutely gorgeous, and she is standing there, just kind of casually watching the people move around and do their thing. You do notice that strapped across her back, sticking out over her shoulder, is the hilt of what looks like some kind of blade, maybe a scimitar, as well as several daggers strapped around her hip. And she's got what looks like breastplate and some kind of greaves on.
Okay.
And she is keeping a watchful eye around.
And I'm by myself, correct?
If you wish to be, yes.
Okay. So, I'm gonna walk up to her and say, "Well, you have some mighty nice fine wares here."
Indeed.
And I'm gonna kind of look her up and down and say, "You know what? Look kind of fine yourself, a fine warrior of sorts."
I'm taken.
Excuse me, madam. I did not mean any disrespect. I was just complimenting you.
Appreciated. But if you want to do business here, that is fine. If you're looking for a date, I suggest you look elsewhere.
Understood. The business will do.
Good.
I'm looking for the Ring of Spellstorm.
I do not have one of those. I do have several others. She points out, looks like it is kind of a crystalline glass. It's not glass per se, but like a clear crystal more than anything, case. And within that, there are several rings. And she points out a couple and she says, this right here is a ring of shooting stars. It is only 140 gold coins.
Only.
I also have here a ring of fire for 170 soul coins. And
Oh, I thought
this one
35 was
here,
steep.
if you are truly a connoisseur, the creme de la creme, a ring of free action for 200 soul coins.
Hmm.
How much
Well-
can I buy for 0?
I think we have ran into a bit of a roadblock. 'Cause I'm not familiar with soul coins. I do have gold and some other
Gold?
items that I might be able to trade if you're
How
interested.
much gold?
Not as much as gold.
Yeah, not too terribly much. I do know that.
I still have
13.
7,000.
Not me getting out of D&D Beyond.
Where's the +2?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna find out from Jason later, I'm sure.
Inventory gold. I have. What's the it's how many gold is
It's a 10-10 ratio.
Not 10, 100. One soul coin is 100.
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry,
no.
no, I thought like copper, silver.
Yeah,
gold.
yeah,
That's
that's-
what I thought you were
that's what I
asking.
was
Yeah,
asking.
Yeah, that,
yeah, those are all
Okay.
10.
yeah,
Well-
10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
So I seem to only have about 256 gold on me. However, I do have 100 platinum.
So you got 10
Bro, you have
So
100
you have
platinum?
you basically have 1,200 gold total.
Bruh.
You have 1,200 gold total,
which is 12
Hmm.
soul coins.
Mhm.
effectively. I'm afraid that is not even nearly enough for this. And she points to another case, to another ring in there. She says, the cheapest I have. A ring of protection, 35 soul coins.
Fuck, that's still really good.
I know, that's a really nice item.
Mhm.
Well,
Granted, Ring of Free Action is the most broken shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
so Poe is
Why
going
it's
to
200 fucking soul coins.
Poe is going to open up his bag and say, "Well, can I interest you in anything else?" And he's gonna kind of like comically have his head in there like this
Pull
and
out
be
fish.
talking out of the. He's gonna be talking out of the bag and. He said, "Well, I have, I can't say that. Calligraphy supplies. Yeah,
Calligraphy supplies.
Calli-
Ooh,
Graphy.
yes, a pen and ink.
I have a crystal, a holy symbol, a parchment. Ooh, and a robe.
Ooh,
Surely
paper.
you want a robe."
Mm.
I'll tell you what. How about these? And I'm going to pull out my wondrous item figurines.
Ooh.
2 of them, the owl and the dog, and say, "What about these for your ring of the shooting star, along with 100 platinum?"
200 soul coins for this. Really? No.
Buy this from Jim
Why
down the
did that
road.
do that? I didn't want it to do that.
Give me 300.
You had the owl and the dog.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I'm going to tell her that these
Okay.
are worth a small fortune back in the.
I know how much.
My apologies. I did not mean to insinuate you did not.
I will tell you what. You give me that owl, I'll give you this ring of protection.
That's a good ass trade.
You know what?
Good ass.
I'll
ring.
take you up on that.
Excellent.
I never caught your name.
I know.
Chimera.
Well, thank you, Miss Chimera. It's a pleasure doing business with you, and I'm going to put the owl towards her and take back the dog. And
All right. You now have a ring of protection.
Outstanding. That's a great item.
That shit's gonna come in clutch.
Leon, anything you're looking for?
I'm just here for a good time, man.
Not for a long time, just a good time. Got it. Anything you're looking for?
Bow staff, 84 percentile. What I rolled.
84. Any particular kind of bow staff?
Something that's probably stronger than what I got now, which is just standard bow staff.
Okay.
It's like an ironwood one.
Or wraps. Hand wraps works too.
I have an 18 AC.
All right.
Bunch of people.
Use both. You can go staff. Pop,
So
pop, pop, pop.
you do find an ironwood bow or bow staff. Looks pretty nice. This is actually in the same place that Gold got his bow.
Can we comically just as the crowd shifts, like we
Oh, yeah.
just switch?
Yep.
What the fuck?
How's it going?
The comical idea
Going
is
great.
like
How about yourself?
as I
Not
leave,
bad.
he's walking up.
What you looking for?
He doesn't see me as I enter the
I see
crowd.
that
He walks up.
staff you got up there.
Yep, and you see it's essentially it's kind of
Same
leaning
store?
against a corner of the cart.
Same store.
What you
Okay.
trying to get rid of that for?
This 10 soul coins.
That's 1,000 gold.
I got 1,000 gold on me for right now. I forgot to exchange when I came back to the Feywild. 1,000
Gold.
How about something that'll drive the fairies crazy instead?
Like what?
I brew this special let's just call it an elixir of sorts. And I'm gonna describe the flower potion that I used to distract the fairies with last time that they like get addicted to.
How much? How
I
much
got
of that you got?
6.
6. I'll tell you what.
6 what?
You give me.
Ounces?
You get. Yeah. Exactly. Well, how much? Like 6 what?
Flasks.
6
inches.
flasks. 6 flasks. All right.
Blast you carry.
You give me half
All
of
of
that
them.
I'm a drunken monk. You know
You've
me.
given like one to
you
every
give me
single
half of
NPC
that?
we've met.
and 1,500 gold.
Done.
It's yours.
Done.
All right. You now have an ironwood bow staff, and I will tell you guys later what those actually are.
That's fine.
They're +2 weapons.
They're -1.
You.
Oh,
I'm not contributing to any of the shopping
Okay.
episode. I'm walking towards wherever we thought the rod was.
All right. So
With or without these goobers.
so
sorry, my interaction.
after you
Fast
guys
we
have
go.
gotten your stuff, what are you doing as a group?
We're going to the tavern that she got told to go to.
The
get-
Broken Spire.
Broken Spire. All
that's
right.
gonna lead us to
So
the
it takes
mission.
you a few more minutes to kind of weave your way through the crowd and everything else. And you finally manage to make your way to the Broken Spire. You get there, and what you see is looks like 6 or 7 story tall structure. It is probably a good 50 by 50 at the base. And each floor as it moves up,
It's like
It's
shrunk
just-
by 10.
just not quite, maybe 5 feet, or not quite even. It's just a little bit shorter, or a little bit, a little bit thinner and not as wide as it goes up. But it gets up to about the 6th or 7th story, and then it's like it's just broken off. But you can see along each story there are windows along each one, what clearly look like different, rooms for rent or whatever. This is obviously, just walking up to it, you can tell this is an inn and tavern. There's no signs that tell you that, but the activity in and around it lets you know that this is clearly what it is. As you can see, on this ground floor,
It's like the farm
several
soul.
large bay windows, and it is rowdy as fuck.
I'll start by a fight with you.
Okay, there are tons of people inside, loud music, lots of activity. When you step in, you see probably one of the rowdiest bars you've seen since you became a group. As it seems like there is bar fights happening in different corners at the same time as areas of just like complete like calm, people fucking drinking and not giving a shit about what's going on around them, where 5 feet away some guy's getting his teeth knocked in.
Are there
That's
any
you, my
of
guy.
the Dementor dudes in here, or are they not in the inside?
Give me a perception check.
They're just getting
I'm
beaten
so
up.
good at those.
It's just
That's a 4.
You don't notice shit. It's too chaotic.
can I see who's
Hey,
running
Cole,
this
do you
place?
see any of the Dementor dudes in here?
I don't know. Do I see any of the Dementor dudes?
That's not 18.
Bjorn
over
walks
there.
in and
18
takes a
plus
deep.
7, yeah. 18 plus 7. Do we see Dementor?
Yeah, I mean you all basically walked in.
Yeah, he takes a deep breath and goes, "This is my place."
These are my
Yeah.
people.
Just
You
open chest.
Friends.
you see among this crowd again. It's like a 50 by 50
Yeah.
structure as far as you can tell, and probably a good 35 or 40 feet by 50 is all bar,
I imagine.
like
yeah.
tavern. The other is a small section for the actual bar and kitchen, and then stairs going upstairs. But the rest is all fucking tavern. There's like in the corner is a small stage. There's music going. There's bardic group of some kind playing, and it's chaotic. And you see in and amongst the crowd, 3 of those motherfuckers, just in the crowd.
I'm gonna go and say, there's 3 of them. Be careful.
And yes, this looks like heaven.
This
You
is your
fucking love
Valhalla. This is your Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Just grabs the guy. Welcome.
Yep. Grabs someone's drink, chugs it, throws him into the next table. Bjorn just disappears in here for a bit.
Okay.
After Gold points out the mentors, for lack of a better word,
Mm-hmm.
I want to pay attention to them.
Okay.
And study them.
All right.
Do you still have that wooden coin on you?
Oh, yeah.
I think we need that to get
Yeah.
room.
What-
I don't think we
What
need
do
a room.
What are you guys doing?
I'm going to take a seat at the bar, the
Okay.
nearest available, regardless of seats in proximity.
Okay.
I will also take a seat farther away at a different side of the bar.
I'm going to go sit. Wait, are you guys sitting like at tables in the bar or at the
They,
bar?
they
I'm
all
at the
kind
bar.
of separated. No one's like grouped together.
Find a table if you can.
Yeah,
I'll whisper to Poe as I walk
I'm
up to the
I'm
bar.
going to go find a table.
Okay.
I'm not going to sit down at a seat on the table or at the table. I'm going to sit on the table.
Okay.
Assert dominance.
There. This
Take
place
the
is
shit.
absolutely packed. There is no table that doesn't have at least one person sitting around it. Most of them have a lot more. There may be a couple towards the back that you might be able to find a spot.
You could kick somebody off.
Sir, is that your way of telling me to roll for it? Oh man, I hope this roll goes good because what's in my mind next is not.
This was your table?
Get
Perception?
lost, worm.
Bjorn, come here.
Yes, I'll give
Move
you
him.
perception.
Bjorn stands up and he's got like 3 people hanging off. He's
8.
grabbed him. Whoa.
You're having difficulty finding a table to sit on. You might be able to snag a chair or a seat, maybe in a booth or something like that. But sitting on a table, you figure that's going to be a little difficult. But you could always try.
So I'm going to go around to each person sitting at a table and ask them if I can sit on their table.
Okay. You know what?
Immediately in a
Roll
fight.
persuasion.
Okay. Ooh, that's good for me.
Nat one.
Oh wait, no,
Get
it's
punched
not.
in the
It's
face.
deception that's good for me.
Perception is good for you.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Yeah.
I thought I
Are
was
you
good at
kidding
12.
me?
Turns out I'm not.
Oh, 7.
7. It's taking you a while. Most people are not amenable to that. While you're doing that, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm looking to
Oh,
see
and-
who runs this place.
Okay. we'll get to that in a second.
I'm following gold.
You're following Gold, who walked out.
Yeah.
Bjorn is just fighting people.
You're
He's just getting in the middle of other
you're
people's
getting in the
bar
middle of
fights and-
mix-ups. You're having a blast.
Yeah.
You are having an absolute fucking blast. Perception.
A couple things. I'm kind of following in his mess, cleaning up any easily stealable items while they're distracted. And then whilst I'm doing that, I'm also studying the Dementors.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Just like, I'll take that. I'll take that.
I gotta give
Bjorn, hold him higher. Why?
Thank
Shake
you.
him.
That's 7.
Underneath.
You find one soul coin.
Cool, I'll take it.
All right. Now, while you are doing that and moving around, yes.
Are the tables bolted down to the floor?
He's like,
No.
yes. He said no.
He says, I'm gonna RKO somebody through this table.
You're like, can I sit on this? And then you see the person that Bjorn just threw fly through the table and break it.
So
Never mind.
Never mind.
while you are kind of shadowing Bjorn, moving through, Leon, since you're just kind of shadowing Gold, and he's not here just yet, but you're just kind of shadowing Gold, I'm gonna have you and then him roll perception checks. Torbrek.
Yeah.
As far as you can tell, whoever seems to be in charge, the closest you can get is some, behind the bar. Someone's, running shit there. There's some servers going around of various types, but, there's a couple bartenders behind the bar. One of them is probably sort of in charge, and, usually that's how it works. You see behind the bar, there is one of them is an Eladrin of the fall season. The other is a half elf, and they're kind of zipping around, getting drinks and doing stuff like that. Gold, I need a perception check, you and Leon, as you're kind of moving around through the bar.
I got an 18.
I sat at the bar, but I got a 9.
Okay, so you guys are sitting at the
That
bar, and Leon got an 18, you got a 9, and
I'm
you
gonna-
kind of move towards the bar to.
I'm gonna try to I'm trying to get
Sorry,
the attention
10.
of the half elf. The half elf.
Okay. So,
Also, for anyone else also curious what Eladrins are, I googled it.
Mhm. so
They're
Some type of
the
elf,
they're
right?
yeah,
basically
they're the
seasoned
fancy
elves.
seasonal elves.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I did.
The season.
So-
That's why I'm
They
was
are.
trying to
Google
bang.
it.
So you
Literally, it's more
come up with this half elf. Even as far as well, I should say not even as far as, but as far as half elves go, this motherfucker looks kind of ripped. Most half elves they've got a little extra muscle from their human heritage compared to most full-blooded elves, which are very lean. Even when they are strong and muscular, it is very wiry and lean muscle. And half elves, tend to have a slightly more bulk. This guy has considerably more bulk than you would expect for a half elf, but he's clearly got a half elf heritage based on, you can see the slightly pointed ears and some of the angular features of his face, but he's got some bulk to him. And he seems to be kind of moving around rapidly, as well as just very confident and assuredly passing off drinks, making more drinks, passing them off, collecting the money and everything, and he's just constantly on the go. He sees you approach the bar and he says, "What are you drinking?"
I brought my own. How much is a room?
"Oh, you want a room? Yeah, it's 1 soul coin a night."
And soul coin at night.
I'll get back to you.
All right,
Shit, this
Leon.
place is expensive.
I
as Persephone
Yeah.
is kind of moving through the bar, kind of trailing behind Bjorn, and making a little bit of easy pickings here and there. She gets
Yes,
a
single coin.
soul coin. You also do get some other currency, some silver and some gold, but it's minor. It's like equivalent to like
I'm not writing it down.
about 15 gold worth of
Fine.
actual coins.
Yeah, that's 15 gold. You should write that down.
But You get 1 soul coin out of it. You notice someone watching her. That person is an elf. She has jet black hair down to down to her shoulder blades. It hangs down low with kind of an angled cut across the forehead for her hair. She is wearing all black, including a hood which is currently pulled back. She has a long, slender kestrel dagger hanging at her hip, and another one that she's fiddling with in her left hand and just kind of twirling. She is wearing mostly black leathers and a striking face. She's strictly observing Persephone. To you, it is obvious that she's like dialed in and watching.
All right. I'm gonna cast message on her.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, "What's your deal?"
She glances around, then catches your eye as you're staring at her. She kind of interesting. You clocked me. Are you with her?
I just noticed you were watching her. I'm curious. Is it just that interesting, or do you have something to gain from this?
I have much to gain. And just so you know, this is what she looks like.
She looks like an anime.
Hot anime chick.
Wow.
Yes.
Side question. Since we've been here,
It's another picture of gold.
scale. Am I still
Named
pretty
on it.
rare, or are there a lot
This
of?
one's
You've
like
seen a lot more.
Okay.
No, gold has like.
Because I didn't
so
know
many
where they
sisters
were
based
on the
like,
Feywild.
fucking
Yeah,
They weren't
no,
from
it's like
here
Dark
either.
No, no,
typically.
You've seen a lot more.
I think that's a mineral.
So,
There's some hot anime chick checking me out.
yeah, that,
Oh,
No, gold's a bird.
bad time to walk away.
Canonically.
Oh, okay.
There's the picture and everything.
she
Oh, shit.
says,
Picture back.
my compatriot informed me that one of you has our chip. She.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess we never filled them in.
We did in the alleyway. I
Oh,
thought.
okay.
Yeah, I told them that the wooden chip.
Oh yeah.
So you did not
Chip.
tell me. 'Cause I have no recollection of this.
We didn't
I was
go to
gonna
the same
say-
alleyway, I imagine.
I was gonna say, did you
No,
guys-
after,
I don't
after we talked to the
remember this.
Furbolg, she went in the alleyway. I called you guys over to the alleyway, and then we went info dump, and then shopping.
We didn't role play it out.
I
We
might have
just
been
said
in the
we did
bathroom.
it.
Yeah, he was in the
You
bathroom.
were.
Alright, if we were just skipping past that, that's fine. Yeah.
So what's the chip?
It's just something a marker
It-
that.
Is it like fucking Fritos
It's,
or like?
it's
No,
literally
it's
like
like
a
a
wooden piece of
One
paper
inch
that
by
says
1
we're
inch
good.
by quarter-inch thick wooden chip.
It's the hey, I'm the one you're supposed to be talking to. Here's
Mhm.
my proof, kind of thing.
So what was her line?
She said, my compatriot told me that he gave you one of our chips. She kind of motions her head over towards Persephone's direction. Her.
All right. What does that matter? What does it lead to?
You're the one who's looking for information.
Info
Or shall
on
I
the
say
road.
she is?
Fair enough. Are you gonna make the first move and talk to her, or do I gotta be the middleman?
We're not doing this out in the open.
Of course not.
That would be unwise. As she... give me an insight check.
Flashes a tit.
Dude, best day of my fucking life. I
You
love
went.
boobs.
Yeah, you don't know. A 2?
13.
Too
13? Okay.
distracted by them titties.
You notice when she says that would not be a wise idea. Her eyes kind of flick to the 3 shadowy figures in the room real quick.
In the room. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well,
You have a place to tuck quietly.
I'm sure there's an alleyway nearby.
That's not secure.
Really? That's how much purview these things have?
Way more than you know.
Right. I wouldn't know much. A place in mind then. How much does a room here cost?
Usually
Straight
it's
to
soul
business
coin.
then.
I told you she wants to bang.
I'm not
She bangs.
interested.
She
Me, not you.
You don't get that.
So
Fuck
many-
you, I'm doing all this work.
He's gonna have so many
The
unknown
third
children.
leg work.
He's like, you got a kid on the way. He's got no
Leon, the definition of I'm gonna go out for milk and cigarettes. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone heard what he said.
No, what'd you say?
He said, I'm the one doing all the leg work. I said, yeah, the third leg work.
Inspiration. Write that into your pool, baby.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Surely they can't spy on individual rooms.
When precautions are taken.
Right then. I'll see about securing us one.
Good.
Oh, I have no idea she's watching me.
I know, but I'm messaging you.
Ah,
We've got a third party here, Persephone.
super descriptive. Any other,
That's what you get.
She mentioned something about a chip.
yes. I got that.
Well, she wants a discreet location to discuss this.
Well, I think that can be arranged.
Do you have any way into one of those rooms?
Yeah, money.
You got a soul coin?
Yeah.
That works out just perfectly.
How convenient.
How
There you go.
convenient. It's almost like out of character. I knew this.
Wow.
What did I roll, baby? A 3!
For what? What were you rolling?
For fun.
We're just
Oh,
fucking
okay.
around.
He was expecting a roll to come
Oh,
around.
okay.
Well, tell your buddy to come hit me up.
Yeah.
I know, talking to women's hard.
You're telling me.
She is telling you she understands.
Let's get that room first, and we can start talking.
Called me the lip read.
I've been waiting at the bar for like 15
I got
minutes
so much
waiting for a
charisma,
drink order. Like,
baby.
"Oh."
No.
Persephone
You-
comes rolling up behind me. I want a room, and he goes, "Got it." And I goes, "Fuck."
You, me, and that chick with the black hair. You know what it's all about.
Oh, damn.
No.
Fox.
The Eladrin in the fall season.
Was never a
Everybody
wizard
says,
to
what-
begin with.
Well, I said
What
he's
are you
not
drinking?
a wizard. Did you hear me?
Do y'all have any beer here? I don't know about the Feywild, man.
That's what
Of
sorcerers
course.
should be called, wizards.
What kind of like grain do you use? If
Oh, there's a variety.
I don't know the varieties.
He starts listing off a whole bunch, including there's a mead, there is a ginger beer, there is what's called a squala root beer.
That one sounds exotic. Swallow it.
Exactly, very much. That will be a what we call a pittance.
The fuck is a pittance?
It is a
Soul
tenth of
coin?
a soul coin.
Is that
It's
a
like
gold?
when you just
Is that a
whip
gold?
somebody.
Prime material.
Yes. Sorry.
That
We're
would
lame.
be equivalent to 10, but the exchange rate, there is a surcharge.
So it's a 12 then.
15.
15, my lord.
Yeah, we're
The
poor.
other guy didn't rip me off, and I'll give him 15 gold.
Like, with these
Okay.
prices, how do you
And
guys still
brings
have
you a
citizens
squala
left?
root beer.
Oh fuck! This better taste like God's piss.
Ew.
It tastes like
Dragon
fucking
piss.
ambrosia. It is so good. It
Fuck.
is. It
You
is
wish for God piss.
sweet nectar.
It's what ambrosia is. Yeah.
God piss? I feel like it isn't, but okay.
It is such
Blood,
sweet nectar. You're like, where has this been all my life?
It kind of like fills a root that I've never felt before. yeah.
Exactly. As an elf that has never been to the
Home.
Feywild,
Yeah.
this touches a genetic connection to you that you
Dear
didn't
Lord.
know existed.
You heard that?
Single
It's
tear.
his
as he
dad
takes a
telling him that
drink.
he's proud of him
Yeah.
for the first
No,
time.
no, my dad told me he's proud, but my mom never did.
Yeah.
It's your mom telling you she's proud of you.
This mom.
Story of my life,
No,
dude.
no. This mom's saying. This mom's saying,
Aw.
"I miss you, baby."
Do you need a hug?
Dude, I always need a fucking
Brother.
Anyway. Oh.
Come here, brother.
All right, now take your finger out of his
All
mouth.
right. Okay. Hey, no sex on the couch.
All right, yeah, calm
All right.
down.
Did
Put
Leon
the rod
point
away.
out to me who wanted
the
to
rod.
bang, or
Yes.
okay? I would like to approach her and say,
Okay.
Man's
"How
been
about
chugging it.
you and me get a room?"
It's an alcoholic.
She looks at you and says, "In thieves' camp." And she's like, "Not very discreet, are you?"
What can't they do?
What's the point?
Nobody's answered.
Insight check.
Thieves can't win.
That's
Thieves
an
can't
11 plus not a lot, I imagine. Insight is a 0. That's an 11.
Okay. You get just enough. You notice her eyes flash to the shadowy figures.
Yeah, so no one in taverns get rooms anymore.
If you're going to do it, you better do it now, and you better do it quick before they notice.
I'll fucking walk up to the bar.
Okay.
Soul coin on the table. Give me a room.
Half elf says, "You got it." Takes the soul coin, turns around, goes to the back, grabs something, slaps down what looks like a rectangular wooden slat with the number 17 on it, connected to a metal key. It says, "There you go. Second floor, room 17."
Do I see this happening?
I imagine I wasn't being.
I'm
secretive
aware of
about it.
this.
Yep.
Okay.
You've been watching the whole time.
I figured.
You're still fighting, motherfuckers.
Bjorn has no idea.
Where's that thing?
You're still
got a room?
moving tables.
Let's go. I need a drink, but in a quiet space.
Are we ready to play that out? Because I have something cooked up in my mind heavy.
Torbrek, you have to
Alright.
try this.
So I'm going to go and find the
off.
table with only one person at it.
Okay.
What?
Takes you about 10 minutes.
Okay. I walk over to the person with only one table, or to the table with only one person, and I'm gonna go like kind of start sweeping off the table with my hand, and say, "Sorry, pal, we got VIPs coming into the bar. We're gonna have to
Just
move
talking
you."
completely normal now.
Yeah, exactly.
Deception.
Yeah, it is a deception
Just
check.
turns off the
Sorry,
voice
sorry, bud. We're gonna have to get you. We're gonna have to get you to move off this table. We got VIPs coming in, but we're gonna comp your tab for tonight.
Roll deception.
Do I see this?
Roll perception.
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 That's a 22. This fucker has bardic inspiration.
Yes, he does.
So 16.
I can't.
That's a
We're talking
2.
Can't see. Yeah, that's a 2.
18.
Ah,
18. Okay. All
2 enough.
right. The guy who he looks. You've never seen something like this before.
Mhm.
It looks like, I guess the best way I could describe it is the fucked up sailors on Pirates of the Caribbean on Davy Jones's ship that are
Okay.
like have barnacles and shit
Yep.
like that.
Said
He looks
sailors,
like
I went
that.
to Sailor Moon.
And he
4.
he looks at you and goes, "Comped? Fuck yeah!
I got
All right." He takes the beer and he swigs it down and he's like, "Best night of my fucking life!" And he turns around and just starts walking out.
Okay. And I sit down,
There you go.
and then I'm going to telepathy to the others and tell them that I got us a table.
Okay.
Yeah. Why
Everyone
are we-
hears, "Hey, I got us a table" from Poe.
Cool, I'm going to my room.
I'm following her to the room.
I'm glad
You-
you achieved your.
You all do notice as well. I'll even say you notice whether or not you care. You notice because you heard Poe say that. You kind of it's just one of those things you're like,
Grab that
huh?
guy, I look
And you kind of
over.
look over and see, and you also notice Persephone starting to walk up the stairs with Torbrek is following, and you guys said you were following too?
I'm like gonna like stagger a bit so that it doesn't look like I'm just walking up with a bunch
Okay.
of people.
But you do see
Like,
Persephone
it's
and then
going.
Torbrek not immediately on her heels, but following behind,
Yeah.
heading towards upstairs.
He's got the guy. He's like getting ready. He looks over. He goes, "Until next time, brother." Throws him off to the side.
And the other guy,
just wades out of the.
the other guy goes, "Ah!" Smacks you on top of the head and goes, "Good fight!"
Great fight,
And
Brenda.
falls over unconscious.
Also, for what it's worth, I'm actually gonna purposely walk with him and make
Oh, okay.
it look like we are flirtatiously going up
Sure.
to the room because
No
that
worries.
seems more viable.
No
The
worries.
whole group goes
That's
up the
fine. No
stairs.
worries. Roll deception.
I've seen.
I'm
this
good at that.
Can I give her assistance if she tells me this is the plan?
I'm
Do you
sure
tell-
you put two and two together once I start flirting with you.
Yeah.
Do you tell him that's a plan or flirt?
I will flirt.
Okay,
That's not
you got advantage.
dice, bro. That's. Well, I don't know.
That's a 20.
That is a that is a
Yeah,
20.
it's a cat.
That's
It's a
a
20.
that's a cat. The nat 20 plus like 9, I think.
Wow.
I'm good at deception.
You are. Yeah, that is
That's
plus
the
9.
one thing
You're the
I'm good at.
29. Okay, yeah.
This is the
Yeah, no one else in the bar has a fucking high enough
No.
insight to know any different.
Don't ruin it.
I'm just gonna like pin up or
In
boy,
fact, Bjorn, the one guy who was
to the
fighting
wall
with you,
as
he happens to notice and is like,
try and like make it nice and slow.
"Hey, fucking," before he falls over unconscious.
Good possibility.
Slow us down. So
like
we're
kind of like
even
a
coming
cartoon
up
movie.
close.
They're gonna get his dick
Kissy,
sucked.
kissy.
I'm going to bed.
Milk kissies.
Ding, ding.
All right. So, is everyone going up? Is anyone staying behind? What's the plan?
I'm going with perception to help her.
One,
Make it look
two,
less suspicious.
1, 2.
Yeah.
If I saw gold go up there, I would follow.
Yeah, I would say that I'd sit down at the table, but if I see everyone going up the stairs, then I'm
Immediately.
going-
Okay. After about 5 minutes or so, everyone
Half an hour to
does.
find this table.
Yeah, everyone does manage to make it up to room 17. You all are in there. You're sitting in there.
Guys, why'd we get a room? I got us a table.
About 3 minutes later, you hear from the corner of the room, "Oh, you ready to talk?" And you look, and in the shadows, there she is, that woman, sitting there, already in that room, as if she had been there the whole time.
Can I call her Invisibitch?
You can call her that if you want.
Do whatever you want,
I
brother.
don't think Bjorn knew the context of this, so he's gonna pull out his axe. But we're being ambushed.
Sit, boy. Stay.
Heal.
This was an elven woman as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the hot anime chick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Poe's gonna telepathy to her and say, "Well, you look mighty fine."
You weren't here for this, so I'll show you.
Unless
That's
it's
what
a
she
little
looks
bit of
like.
alcohol to
Oh, yeah.
make Poe a
Daniel.
horn dog.
Yeah, you weren't wrong.
Yep.
She could get it.
Yeah. So Poe is 100% gonna telepathy, and you look mighty fine.
And she says, "Thank you."
I'm gonna chuck her the coin thing. Chip.
She snatches
Yeah,
it.
token, whatever
She
you're gonna call
snatches
it.
it, slips it into a little pouch on her belt. Says, "So, I was told you are looking for something."
We are looking for a rod of
Okay.
the demonic nature. Typically causes lots of calamity in its wake.
May have been here thousands of years. Has red black veins sprawling from it.
May have been here over 400 years ago.
Sounds about
That
right.
could also be the
Tracks.
case.
What's your goal?
Why is everyone always so nosy?
We're cryptic. We're vague.
We're
We
trying
love
to stop the end of the
fucking jerk
world.
You around before you actually.
And
Get
why
anything.
does that concern me?
Because
I guess
you would also die.
This is a different.
The end of your world.
Yeah.
See, that's where you're wrong. So I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a little inconsistency, if you will, with all of the what the fuck?
The planes.
There you go, plane. I was gonna say dimension.
Close enough.
The ley lines.
The planes have been a little wonky as of late.
As
Sure
of
you've
late,
noticed? Well, you know,
You're
more,
just now
more so
noticing this?
now than before.
Our plane being the neutral dimension has seen bleeding effects from others. Yours may have been experiencing it for a long time, but it's only coming now to a cataclysmic event. There you go. That's what she meant to say.
Be straight with me, and I'll be straight with you.
I like women.
We just needed to verify it's here and it's real, so we could verify that the end of the world is coming. That's literally all I needed.
No, I feel like the location is kind of what we're after.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh, you know what? That's true, because we're trying to map them between the two different realms to see if the actual points are intersecting with one another.
Side question.
Interplanar maps, by the way.
I want to try to insight her to see whether she would be for or against the end of the world situation. In this
Sure,
case.
go ahead and roll it.
Be back again.
I'm gonna
All
start.
these dice are fucking garbage.
Since I know the price of it is for.
That's a nat 20.
These dice are
I
garbage.
need to
Rolls the
insult
fucking
them.
like 6 nat 20 of the year.
Okay.
I need to insult them for them
Look.
to work. They too have daddy issues.
Loaded ass dice.
You
Damn.
They have Zackish.
okay?
They're not my dice.
This whole time, as you've been in the room, she has been, kind of focused on you because you're the one with the chip.
Fair.
You pick up a couple things. First off, you pick up that when you're talking about, hey, we're trying to fix this or solve this or whatever, that she seems to be intrigued by that and not upset.
Okay.
The other thing you pick up,
She's super into me and wants to bang.
She's another one of Gold's
Fucking move my
sisters, and is
Yeah.
very
big
upset
ass
the fact that
floppy
he's
hair.
even here in the room. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna speak into the microphone so that way you all can hear what's going on, because this is supposed to be secretive between Jason and Jen, and I feel very upset that anyone
Damn
else would
it.
want to be listening. To this.
Unfortunately for you, she's also looking for a rod.
Well, I never considered Shimlo a demon, but I guess mine will work.
the other thing is I will give I'll actually give you and Torbrek perception checks.
Well,
Just
since it's
because
the
you
dice
are
that's been
from the
nice.
Feywild.
No.
Yep.
No dice.
No.
Jason, was the individual being careful to disguise their mouth at all, or were they speaking telepathically?
For what she was talking to me?
Yeah.
Because that was an insight check. There was no actual
Yeah,
words.
that was an insight.
That wasn't
Oh,
a
she didn't
conversation.
say
That was an
anything.
insight.
Gotcha.
That was
discovering
she
something.
just like
That was
picked
me
up
learning.
on subtle cues.
21.
21 or 21.
What is your average dice
You
roll this
notice
evening?
you notice
18 to 17.
you notice as she's talking and her hand kind of comes like this. On the cuff of her sleeve, there is a symbol. That symbol you actually recognize. The only reason you recognize it is because you're from the Feywild. And you said no for
I had a
okay.
2.
It's because you're from the Feywild. You recognize it as shit. That's the where is it? Son of a bitch, it went away. Where is it hiding? Damn it! It was in my notes. Okay. You recognize it as the guild symbol for the Whispering Shadows, which is a thieves guild / assassins guild organization. That the only reason you even know of them is because they have some branches, if you will, in multiple parts of the Feywild. But apparently their primary base is out of Catteran's reach, but the only reason you even know about them at all is because of they're in other places. And she's got that symbol on, just a tiny little symbol on the cuff of her sleeve.
As they're talking, I want to walk up into the middle of the conversation.
Okay.
So, I see you're part of the guild. Don't hide it. I've been living here most of my life. I know what that symbol is. Don't make eyes at me.
insight check.
11. I don't think I had a plus 11.
Because of what you already know,
Mm-hmm.
it's even more prevalent.
Yeah, I figured.
It's even more prevalent. She's looking at you, and she says, "I won't hide it."
While that happens, you hear a message in your head.
At that point, when she gives me the look back, just as a mode of confidence, I'll take out my good shit and I'll offer her a swig if she wishes.
So you hear a
Loosen the lips.
message.
You just threaten to rip her head off. And
You hear a message
She
in
reaches
your
out and takes
head.
it.
If you're willing to put out for this, that might help us get a little further in the game.
What do you think I'm doing?
I know, I'm just making it very abundantly obvious for you.
That's fine.
Be a whore for us.
What?
Been
Wow,
quite some
this is
time
it.
since I've seen someone like you.
I am going to slowly try to slink out of the room. And then I will message the rest of the boys appropriately to also do so.
Before
Persephone,
you
where are
even
you
get
going?
to, I'm gonna be like, Percy, wait, and I'm gonna follow you out.
Okay.
Bjorn, where's Persephone going?
You hear a message in your head. Ooh, fish.
Bjorn, there's fish. Let's go.
So
Torbrook's getting
You hear a
played.
message in your head.
Before-
Ooh, violence.
before you leave,
Gold needs help in a bar fight.
before you step out of the door,
Uh-huh.
she says, "Hold your horses. You are correct. If you wish to know what you want to know, you should know what has transpired before."
I sit crisscross applesauce on the floor.
I'll stand next to her with the liquor in my hand just in case she gets a need for another drink.
So we didn't go out the room?
Yeah.
No,
No.
we're next to the door.
She stopped you before you did. Says,
Like where this is going.
"I must tell you a story.
Post staying at the room.
Here
We all are, apparently.
in Catteran's Reach, the ley lines cross, and this is where the shadow veil between the realms of the prime material, as she looks at you,
All you fuckers from the parts of your real world.
Besides me,
Oh,
the
Eddie.
Feywild, as she looks at you,
I give her a wink.
and the abyss
I too give her a wink.
is at its thinnest. Catteran's Reach was once a glorious city. 400 years ago, it was known for its grandeur, its beauty. But, as you can see now, it is full of much treachery and, well, things have changed. The architecture itself is even twisted. As you can see here in this very building, pieces of it have been removed. There are creatures in the shadows and of the shadows that haunt this city, all under the control of one man, Lord Shadowbane.
Shadowbane.
Shadow
When
Bane.
that name is said, does it ring any
What a
bells?
contradictory name.
What a shady name.
So we stopping on the Shadow Bane?
So a man who is Shadowbane has people hiding in shadows the whole time.
That is his name. Do not ask me where it comes from
It-
and why it is a contradiction in itself. That is what he calls himself and what is enforced upon us all.
Perhaps it's a question to ask him direct.
That is not necessarily wise.
Never said we were a smart group.
What if we beat the shit?
No,
out
we're a
This
very
music-
smart group, not wise.
This place used to be a
Facade.
bastion of artistry and culture. My family ruled this city for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Alas, it is no more.
So you've got bone to pick, is what I just heard.
A bit.
Was there ever any traveling herds of furbo coming through this land?
Through here,
I've heard
perhaps
tales.
before my time. But throughout the entire Feywild, of course. Many. Just know that the knowledge you seek can be found in but one place. His residence. I could help you.
That's kind of why
My-
we came here.
My people could help you.
Sounds great.
But we have barely scraped by on our own. It is dangerous. And in order to risk what I have managed to keep alive, I would need something in return.
I extend my hand.
What is it you offer?
My life.
Who
You would
fucking
like for
said
me to
that?
choose what
I
to do
did.
with?
To an extent. But in the end, you will help us and we will help you. In the end, you will get what you want and I will get what I want. You can come back to a happier home instead of dealing with this shit that I see around.
How many people do you
Inside
owe
check.
stuff
At
to
advantage.
from when you were in the Feywild before? You've
No.
been back for one day and you
That
already owe an
is
elder dragon a favor, and you're
11.
giving your life to the first lady you met in the bar.
I never said I was
She's a
taking this character.
hot lady, though.
This
Oh.
shows how much conviction he has for his cause.
To be fair,
I
No
guess
one
you
else
could look at
catches
it that
it.
way.
doesn't
But
mean
you
my
do.
character's gonna make it to the end game, baby.
Yeah.
She looks at the rest of you. Is this agreed?
What?
I mean, I
He
guess
takes
it's
your
his
hand.
life.
Agreed.
Yeah, bro,
Is there
not my
fish?
fault.
If there's fish, we agree.
He offers his life for a deal.
It's fine.
Is that what it
Don't,
is?
don't worry about it.
His life.
Is this agreed?
I offer my life and her services. If we help her, she'll help us.
Plus one fish.
One fish for both.
Okay, I agree.
I sure as fuck don't agree with it.
It's not your decision to make.
It's his life. He can throw it away as he wants.
That-
but
that's
what he's
just
doing.
know I don't agree.
You have no matter in this.
I think he does.
Yes, we'll take the deal. Sounds lovely.
I have no part in this.
I'm kind of with you.
She squeezes your hand. Give me an insight check.
My passive insight is 17.
What's the
I'm sorry,
sound you get when you
passive
cast
insight
a
Okay.
song in Pokemon?
What?
Yeah, my passive insight is 17.
I didn't know passive insight was
When
a thing.
when she holds your hand and gives it a squeeze, her finger lingers a little bit on your wrist for just a second.
Do you feel a fucking
Just enough for you
bit of a
to
vein pierce?
That's a thing.
just enough for you to go like,
I bow in return.
Y'all doing okay?
And- She then looks at the rest of you and says, I will meet you here in the morning. And from there, let it begin.
Gold, I think I could have found the rod by now.
And that is where we will end for tonight. All right,
For
so
what it's worth, I'm leaving the room now.
yes, I hope you have. I hope you guys have had a good night. I hope you enjoyed it tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. Yeah, we went a little bit long. We've been doing that. I apologize, but this was the spot to stop. So hope you had a good time, and looking forward to seeing you guys next week, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, and for Atavar Ascension episode 77. Later, everybody.
Yeah.
Later.
I wanted to bang the hot anime chick.
At Totally Online Gaming Group, we're more than just a brand. We're all part of a greater community. And as much as we love creating content that you all enjoy, we cannot do that without your support. Every purchase you make goes beyond just owning a product. It supports us in our endeavors to grow and eventually go full-time so that we can dedicate ourselves to creating even more of the content you love. With our exclusive range of merchandise, from stickers to cell phone covers, mouse pads, and mugs, and of course, a wide variety of t-shirts. You can show your support proudly wherever you go. Just hop on over to www.toggdm.com and click on the Visit Store link to see and get your own official Totally Online Gaming Group merchandise. But it's not just about the merchandise. You can show your support in other ways too. Following our channel, subscribing, or visiting our official website, www.toggroleplay.com, and sharing it with your friends. We hope you'll continue to join us for our adventures and become part of the Totally Online Gaming Group family today.